video, but I don't see
There it
anything.
goes. Now we're good. Now
Okay.
we are live. All right, you guys missed out on the Walking Dead discussion. I'm sorry about that. But what's
I missed
going
out on it
on,
too.
everybody in the chat? Oh, I am super excited tonight. We have our first ever guest coming back for his takeover show. What? Yo, you guys excited?
Oh
You
yeah.
already know.
Fire
Come
alarm.
on, come on, bring it, man.
6 months down, 6 months to go to that 1 year anniversary.
Yeah, it's true. Half a year, man. Dude, and we are flowing. We are flowing, yeah. All right, I'll stop that cowboy from talking real quick. He was talking low. But we got some questions in the your next questions. So let's kick it off. Let me find the first one here. Hmm.
Chris Hall said walking turds. Okay.
I guess he's
Uh,
not. I guess he's not a fan. Yeah.
I bet Chris Hall is a fan of the greatest show of all time, which is
Family
everybody's
ties.
yeah, Family Ties.
Okay.
Family
No, I thought it was
matters.
uh,
Perfect Strangers.
Perfect Strangers? No, not
All right,
Perfect
guys.
Strangers.
Check this out. Our
Cousin
first
Laddie.
our first question from
Game
Hellspawn
of
Ray.
Thrones, baby. Game of Thrones.
Base, basically, a new demo came out for Final Fantasy 15. You can only get it in the Japanese marketplace. He wants to know if any of us, did the Switch, got the demo, and tried it out, and what are our thoughts if we did. Did anybody try? I know I didn't. I was actually surprised there was another demo out. I think that's like the third one. I am interested in it, but did anybody try doing that yet?
No, I wanted to wait till the full game to come out because I want to be surprised.
Yeah, I don't. It's already a day one purchase for me, so I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, no doubt. Anytime Final Fantasy comes out, ever since and I know people were fans of Final Fantasy before seven, but seven was the one that, like, a lot of people's eyes got really wide, and they started tracking that title afterwards, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this the one everybody was waiting for like forever because remember it was called Versus 13. And this
Yeah.
was the Final Fantasy that everybody wanted.
Oh hell yeah.
So,
Yeah, but they kept on prolonging. What was it? The Final Fantasy 13, I think it is. And then now I'm hearing a rumor that they're going to bring back the. It was the girl from Final Fantasy 10, and I guess that's Final Fantasy 11, Part Two or whatever.
No Final Fantasy story makes any sense at all.
No, man.
Oh, they don't make any sense.
Everybody loves seven, and I do love seven. Seven was the
Seven.
one that got me
I
into
got
it. But
so
Final
many
Fantasy
memories. Yo,
10
dude, that
was my
giant snake.
favorite overall. Final Fantasy,
Yeah,
that whole story about sin,
I'm
that
with
was
you.
awesome. That
Final
was a
Fantasy X
great
was
stuff.
tight.
Final Fantasy 10 was ridiculous.
Word. All right,
So
so
most tiers said the demo was awful. He said game is empty trash.
really,
Yeah.
oh,
So
You know it's continuing off that movie. If I don't know if y'all ever seen the Kingsglaive.
I
yeah,
Oh
I've
no,
seen
actually
the
I want to
previews
I'm
see it.
gonna I'm,
for
I'm
it.
gonna
Yeah,
actually watch it.
Yeah, I
yeah.
definitely want to see it.
The Final Fantasy 15 game actually continues right where that movie left off. So that's why they made that movie. But if you look at the movie, it looks like live actors. They don't even look like it's CGI.
Hmm.
Nice, nice. Well,
But they did a
they've been good with Final
huh.
Fantasy movies.
I
What
can't
was
wait
the
to
other
game
one?
and get to that
Advent
level.
Children. Advent Children for its time looked
Yeah,
absolutely
Yeah,
beautiful, yeah.
it still looks good. Matter of
you
fact,
know
I
they
need to go ahead and try that.
they
Give that
released
a
that.
go.
You remember that cell phone that Cloud had on there when he was talking on the phone?
Yeah.
Samsung actually released that phone publicly just around the time that movie was out.
Oh wow.
Damn. Did you get it? Yo, Shadows, you get it?
Nah, it was only released in Japan. They
I
didn't bring it
figure
out
you
here.
I
you
know
would
y-
have
I
a
know y'all
way,
still
man.
hear my little
You
smoke
would have that
detector.
shit shipped over to you.
Think I'm gonna
No,
just rip it out the
gonna
ceiling.
get shipped over here.
No, don't rip it out the ceiling.
Nah, I'm not
That's
gonna do
your
that.
signature
No,
sound
Unplug
here.
it.
no.
No,
Nah,
just do
he
it live. We want to hear that thing break on air.
Dude,
somebody will
I'll
get that
start
man
my
a 9-volt
YouTube
battery.
channel. I'm gonna start my YouTube channel. My intro just gonna be that beep, like
yeah,
beep,
there you
and then I'm gonna
go.
start my video.
That would be
Oh,
amazing.
jeez.
Uh, let's
What is this
see.
called?
What was the next question we had? Let's see.
Añejo.
Super cool PR. Is anyone excited for the Assassin's Creed movie? And
Super Cooper. Sorry. to
Super
cut you off.
Cooper. Oh,
Super Cooper.
oh, my bad, dude. I was a little farther away from the screen. My bad. Super Cooper. Is anyone excited for the Assassin's Creed movie? This is a two-part. And then, what is your favorite video game film adaptation? Now, I'm excited for Assassin's Creed. I'm hoping that will become my favorite film adaptation when it comes to a video game. Other ones weren't really that great.
Are you crazy? That Mario movie was the shit.
Oh
I
my
know, dude.
goodness.
With
What about the
John
Street Fighter
Leguizamo?
one?
What about
I
Doom?
mean,
Doom with The
look,
Rock,
I like
yeah?
Doom. See, look, I like Doom.
That was
I thought that was
entertaining,
cool.
man.
Doom was
It was
cool.
entertaining.
With the Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I thought that was hot, especially when they went at the end when dude was wigging out and they did the first person look. That was hot. And then the first Tomb Raider, that was a good movie because that was so good it had a sequel. The sequel was what killed the Tomb Raider. The first one was good though. There was quite a
See,
few
the
movies
Dead or
that came
Alive,
out.
the Dead or Alive movie could have been decent if they would have did it right. But they put old boy in there as a villain and that ruined it.
Well, they had a bigger budget. Yeah, the Dead or Alive would have been better. If
They,
they, had a bigger budget.
they had the character spot on.
Yes, they
But they
did.
just didn't. But they didn't do it right with the main character, the main villain. He sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
then
I
they,
didn't get into the DOA movie just because like I heard a lot of bad stuff, and for people that know me, they know DOA is pretty much my favorite fighting game.
It's trash like the game.
Oh my goodness, you talk about
You
trash.
go.
Do you see
You
the
need to have a
graphics,
game night with that.
Mega?
The
Do you see
game, at least the game free. Everybody can play it.
Do you see the graphics? Look over in the right corner, man. That one was for you, yeah. Just saying.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you showed some Tekken love. Nice. Oh, I'll take it back. It's okay. DOA is okay.
Yeah.
No,
You guys think it's cool?
But-
We got that power color red going on here. Mr. BShadows, man, he rocks that red.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
But no, they best movie adaptation. That's a good one. I had one in mind, and then K-Maker threw me off with Doom.
I know when
I
that
was just like, man.
when that Halo came out, when they were showing. Remember that back when Halo
Yeah,
3
the
came
Halo
out, they were
movie was
talking about
good.
making the movie. That
Yeah.
shit was hot.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
The movie's supposed to still be in the works though.
The Mortal Kombat YouTube series.
Yeah, that was good.
Was insane. I
Same
love
with the
that
Street
one.
Fighter.
I
Yeah,
gotta
I love
say,
that.
the Mortal Kombat movies themselves, I personally, I enjoyed them. I went to the theaters and watched them. I had fun.
Yep, that's around the time Mortal Kombat 3 came
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
I like the first movie.
I
The
love that
second
movie.
movie was terrible.
Yeah, when they took the Highlander guy out of the first one, of the second, we put the second one. They had the second one, and they took the first guy that was playing. I can't think of his name, but he was the Highlander, the original Highlander.
Was he was playing Raiden?
Lambert, I think his last name. Yeah, he was playing
Yeah.
Ray.
Lambert.
Yeah, Lambert. Yeah, when they took him out, that's when I was like, oh, this is going down. But I went to the movies. I was a kid.
I didn't know you were a Highlander fan, man.
Oh, I love Highlander.
Those
God,
movies are sick.
huge
dude.
Highlander fan. I am a
My
Highlander
favorites were
fan.
Sean Connery
boy.
and Mario Van Peebles.
Oh.
Man, yes, yes. I even like the one with Mario Van Peebles. I thought that was hot. I love Highlander.
Dude,
I
I watched
watched
all
the
of them,
television series. Man, the McLeods, all
series
these.
is good.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, dude, I think we're kind of showing our age a little bit here. But, these are classics right here, man.
Classics.
Fucking
Yeah.
our generation classics. Guys, as you can see, it is a takeover episode. Check out the graphics. I hope you guys like it. You guys see it in the middle, right underneath where the gameplay is. I did throw that in there. Yo, Shadows, I hope you're not mad at me. Dude, if I have to pay any rights to have the Carlton in there, let me know. We'll send the check over to you, man. Might take a while though. I'm just saying.
Nah, that's cool.
But,
You take food stamps?
Wow. Hey, somebody in the comment section said Silent Hill. I liked Silent Hill. I never seen the second one.
Silent Hill
I
was
forgot
good.
all about that.
Silent
Yeah,
Hill.
that
That
was
might be
good.
number
No.
one. That might
Both
be
of
number
them
one.
both of them were good.
Really, I haven't seen the second one, but the first one was dope.
Oh,
The
yeah.
babies. The crying babies.
Yeah, the nurses. The nurses, though.
The
Oh,
movies.
goodness.
Definitely
That was
favorite.
freaky.
When Pyramid did just rip that chicken,
Oh!
that was wild. I said, you know what? You know what? This is hot. I had to buy them. I had to buy the DVD right then. I
You need
was
to take
like,
Pyramid Head with you fishing, man. It'd be real easy. You just,
yes,
just
yeah,
like,
that
But
was
you know what?
bomb.
There's a scene in the second movie. The little girl that was in the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's grown up in the second film,
yeah.
and they kept trying to see why that town was always taking her back because her soul was still there. And it was so crazy because there's a scene where she walks up to herself in demon form, and she says, "I'm not you anymore. You can go to hell." And she talks to herself, and she said, "No, I'm already here." And the whole environment just turns to hell, just breaks
Oh.
apart around them. Like it's crazy.
Yo,
That movie was good. Like you got to see the second one.
yeah,
Oh
no, I
yeah, I
saw
gotta check
both
it
of
out,
them.
man.
Yo, thank you for reminding me because it was kind of hard when that's why I tried to put these questions in the beginning because it's not anything about really what we're gonna talk about, and man, you'll get curveballs in there that'll make you think, and I kind of like that, and like I completely forgot about Silent Hill until you said something, man.
Somebody
Oh,
mentioned the Gears of War. Speaking of Gears of War, I finally got my achievements for beating it on Insane Solo. I had to rebeat the game, Last Master, the
Nice,
last boss or whatever.
nice.
Insane
Nice.
And they
Solo.
had me at a checkpoint, which was a little easier, whatever. But then everything started unlocking. I'm like, that was just weird.
That's cool. Yo,
That's
they
right.
give you
But
your
somebody,
achievements and then they mess up your upload studio.
Yo, shout out to
yeah,
Dropped Unchained. He was the one who said, "How about that Silent Hill movie?" Which is,
Yeah.
is there a new one coming? Because Glingy Venom said, "Anybody excited for upcoming Gears movie?"
Yeah, there
Um.
was talks about the Gears movie. That was the
That would be
rumor.
amazing.
That yeah, I mean,
It's CG
they
though.
oh,
it
it's a
is.
What?
CG.
They revealed
That's
it
bad.
during
Really pulled
the
up
Gears
crap.
4 event.
That would suck. I want to see live action. They got enough tech to make that look realistic, man.
I was
Even
told
home,
that when I put my hat on backwards, I look like Marcus. So that like maybe I should go and talk to Microsoft and the coalition.
You
they
do
should use the
not.
voice. Yo, the voice actors, like the actors, actually look like the characters. They should just use them.
Yeah, right.
Even the
Yeah,
dude who played Cole, not Cole, the football. Oh my gosh,
that's
brain
cool.
fart.
Coltrane.
That's cold.
Cole Train, yeah.
Yeah.
Even dude who played Cole, who played on My Wife and Kids, whatever. He
Oh,
could play.
Terry.
Yeah,
What's the name?
no, it's not Terry Crews. It's I forget his name or whatever, but he'll make a good Cole.
Hmm.
I got you guys. Well, yo, check this out. Yo, we did our pregame, man. We took a couple questions. I do like I like how the show is starting off. I hope you guys like it as well. But what's going on? We didn't even get a chance to see the intro yet. Are you guys ready to see BShadows Takeover intro?
Do it up.
Let's
Bring
do
it.
it.
Oh, there it is. Waiting on Foos. All right, let's go, guys. What's going on, people? And welcome to episode 26 of the next podcast. And guys, I don't know, when it comes to numbers, they kind of, I don't know, they water down things a little bit sometimes. But we have actually been on doing a weekly podcast for half a year. Oh my goodness, I am so excited to be here. Guys, can you believe it? Yo, 6 months and we are rolling, guys. As you can see from the intro, which I hope you guys liked it, it is BShadows Takeover. What's going on, BShadows?
Just happy to be here again. Very humble to be here again, and I appreciate you having me on again.
Nah, no doubt, dude. Like I said like for me personally, I know the rest of the people on the panel, you are our first ever special guest, and dude, I am completely excited to have you back. Um, you showed us love, and you came on our show, very first person, man. Such an intelligent gamer, dude. I love having you on the show, and I love talking games with you, man.
Thank you. Y'all show has grown a lot, man. I appreciate what y'all do every week. Too, it just shows there's a lot of talent on YouTube, man.
I appreciate it,
And,
man.
yeah, and you guys, I mean, I be looking at y'all podcasts when I can when I get home from work. I always watch the replays, but the evolution you've done since these first 6 months is crazy. And I know y'all I mean, you and everybody gonna grow just from y'all gonna grow further. I say go further. You're gonna grow further.
Nice, nice. I like that.
So
Not go. We're gonna
Thank you, bro.
grow. Dude. If you don't mind, I'm probably gonna steal that at some point in time. But like I said, it's a pleasure having you on, and we do got to go down the line, and we got to introduce, this band of misfits on the next podcast panel, and I'm gonna start with that dude with the golden voice, that fool, Fooskies.
Yo, what's good? Glad to be back.
Guy, Foos, just to let you know, I am hyped up on like chocolate and coffee right now. Like,
Yeah, I was kind of writing something as you introduced me, so I was probably lame, but
uh-oh.
yeah, for real. What's going on, people? Let's get this going.
It's all good, man. Well, let's go next on the list, man. The Wizard of the UWP, and he is also a huge Dallas Cowboys fan. But you know what? We're not gonna hold that against him. Newark NJ.
What's going on, people, man? This has been an amazing 6 months. We're one of the new podcasts, but I think we're starting to set standards as far as layouts, like presentation and everything. Hopefully we set trends. I'd like to see other people do the same thing. But it's been an amazing 6 months, man. I'm glad, like everything has been a success. And don't talk about my Cowboys, man.
I was
But
waiting.
yo, being
You
all right,
riding high right now, though, man.
yeah, I mean, I ain't getting too big headed, man. Like when playoffs start, everything is 0-0 again. But speaking of apps or whatever, there's an app called Awesome Tube. And if you ever want to listen to the podcast while you're gaming or something, download the Awesome Tube app, launch the podcast, it plays in the background and get your gaming on while you're listening to us.
Yo, Newark,
Enjoy the show.
Just last week, you were like, man, I don't know if I could hold that title of the Wizard and all that stuff. And I told you, as soon as an app comes up, you are right there. You just proved it right now, dude.
All right, man. Everybody, welcome to the show, man. Enjoy, man.
Nice. And, it wouldn't be the next podcast if I didn't introduce this next panelist. She is the creator of thenextpodcast.com. She also created our official Twitter at the Next Podcast 1, and it's none other than Snap Suckers.
Hey everybody, happy Saturday. I know this is intros, but real quick, I just wanted to bring something up to you, Xbot. Glingy Venom in the chat said, Xbot, while searching the web for Black Friday deals, I found Halo 6 toys that had a new Halo character that wasn't any of the Halo games, comics, etc. What are your thoughts on that? Now, after the intros, maybe you can get into that.
Dude, my Twitter is at Xbot448. If you could send it to me on Twitter, dude, I would love to see that. Like, man, I gobble up Halo information, which is why there were certain people in the Twitter sphere, the Twitterverse, that was kind of coming at me today. But we'll get into that in a minute. But, dude, definitely send that to me on Twitter. But next on the list, and he's just trying to talk to the intelligent gamers out there. He's got a list of podcasts that go down for like maybe a half a mile. This guy is everywhere on YouTube, and rightfully so. K Mega.
What's happening, everybody, man? It's good to have my boy BShadows back on. Our 26 episode, man. 6 months, man. We are growing leaps and bounds, all of us, in one way, shape, or form. Man, it's a blessing, and we just keep this rolling. I'm gonna keep it short today. Let's keep it going. I got this 1800. What's this stuff called again? Añejo. This stuff is delicious. I'm just gonna keep on sipping.
Oh,
Everybody
you sipping 1800. So I don't know what kind of tequila you had like last week, but you said it was rock gut. Now I think you definitely stepped up, man.
Yeah. This is some good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Nice, nice. And if you notice, it only took 6 months for me to put a Tekken character into the graphics. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, you should have put Tekken. You gonna put Tekken on for the rest of the damn year until February? How about that?
Oh my goodness. Oh man, what? Just my lights they went out for a second. Um, I see that
Oh my
Hey, your
spot
power
that
god.
bill?
I
No.
know what's going on here. It's time to show that respect. Kiss that ring. The Don.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's funny, bot jokes around about that, but I did have an interview at a studio the other day, and they were looking for the pinky ring. So,
Oh,
um, going forward, I guess I have to wear the pinky ring to interviews now. So,
not for anything, but if you're going into an interview and the person interviewing you needs to kiss that ring, man, you got the job. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
yeah, there were some jokes going around about it, but I told them it's the real deal. I was just dressing
Dude,
down for the interview. You know what I mean? So.
dude, larger than life and your natural personality, that's what got you there, man. And it is an absolute pleasure to have you on this panel along with everybody else, man. Every week, I love Saturdays, guys.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I got some competition today. I mean, with the gameplay. I mean, I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
Woo,
Better watch it, man.
man.
He brought some fire.
I'm glad to see your I'm glad to see your gameplay make the podcast today, man. Nice.
Yeah, you made this in no time too, wasn't it? Just this morning.
He's like, let me get
Yeah,
up and just put this
yeah. I
gameplay
did. He
together.
Yeah,
tried to
but
tell him I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing yesterday, so I made all this before we started.
my gameplay is gonna be the best.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Well, guys, one of the new things on our show is the MPG, otherwise known as the most played game. And basically, what I'm asking is, what was your most played game, this past week, and to share either an experience or just kind of like your thoughts on it and why it was your most played game. So we have our special guest. It is his show today, so we're gonna ask BShadows first. BShadows, most played game. What was it? And share something about the game with us, man.
That would be Call of Duty, Infinite Warfare. Um, I give that game a lot of grief, but because of the crappy multiplayer, but the campaign is amazing. I gotta give those guys credit. They did a good job on the campaign. I think
Really?
what did it for me was just because when you see the preview before, you think it's all aliens and crap like that,
Mm-hmm.
but they're really fighting other humans, where humanity has took over the whole galaxy, and they're like fighting for resources and stuff. So it's kind of crazy.
I
But
got you.
the amount of detail these guys are able to do in destruction levels and the character models and the voice acting, it's like blockbuster.
Dude, the facial models, the models of the faces of the characters in the game look
Yeah.
absolutely outstanding. I will give them that. And the space
You
fights
know
as
why,
well.
right?
What
You
happened?
know why, right? I
Why?
said, you know why the faces look so good? So I Googled the voice actors
Uh huh.
because I always noticed something about Call of Duty. If the faces look too real, there must be something up to it. So everybody that's in there, all the faces are real people. And so the voice actors look exactly like the player models.
Oh,
Nice.
Similar to
nice.
how Quantum Break is.
Yeah, but I mean they're exact.
Nice.
Like I mean, I googled the names and I was like, this girl I've never seen her before. The main character, I googled her name. True enough, it's her face clear as day, all the way down to the mole on her lip. So everybody
What?
is like,
I'm
yeah,
glad the campaign good.
Now, if they
yeah,
would
the
That's
just
what I
campaign is
buy
great.
Call of Duties for.
Well, we're gonna get into Call of Duty in a little bit, man. But I don't know. Like it screams like new engine to me.
Yeah, looks
Dude,
good.
I have not been the biggest fan of this Call of Duty. But then again, I'm not a big fan of Call of Duty. Period. But yeah, I'm happy that you're enjoying the campaign. Multiplayer. Besides, like what they've added the past couple Call of Duties, doesn't seem to
It's
have.
it's still it's still Titanfall 2.0.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. So you pretty much know what you're getting with that now. I don't know, man. Let's definitely move down the list here, though. Oh, snaps! MPG. Let us know what your most played game was, and just share something about it.
It's kind of a toss up between Gears and Halo, But I think I played Gears 4 more because I played on Monday. I think I played on Tuesday. I think I played on Wednesday too. And I played with a lot of different people in the community, so it was really awesome and a lot of fun. And then switched back over to Halo and haven't played that in months, so that was really awesome too. And I asked everybody in the chat what they've been playing this week, and everybody's been playing a lot of cool things. Like Skin's been playing Battlefield 1 as his most played game.
Mm.
Xbox Pope is trying to. He said been try out Mass Effect, so I think he's playing that right now. Let's see who else. Gorilla Gamer, Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Nice.
Sagebot, I apologize if I slaughtered that name. Sagebot, Skyrim, can't believe I went back. And then we have, I scrolled too much. Dark Optimus, Gears, and Battlefield 1, Master Yoda, Forza Horizon 3, FIFA, Star Trek Online. So there's a lot of diversity
Wow.
here. I trying to read them all, but
I got you. Well, I got a question for you, Snaps.
Yeah.
What is an Optimus? Just want to ask that real quick.
Listen, you have to talk to Dark, but Glingy Venom's been playing Halo and Gears. See, that's my boy right there, or girl.
Yes.
I don't know if Glingy. Sorry, but yeah. Carry on.
Nice. All right. All right. Yo, Foos, MPG. What is your MPG? And basically, you know the drill. Just share something about it, man.
Yeah, for me, it's been Mass Effect. It's another one of those series that I never really got into. So I'm gonna pick that up and give it a shot. I did notice that if you hit the X button, you can skip through all the talking because when you die, that shit bounce you back, no matter where you're at, and it takes forever. So if you don't play that game, that's a tip.
All right.
What game is that?
Mass Effect.
Okay, I haven't tried it yet, so I'm definitely gonna have to hit that skip button.
Yeah. Well, just to let you know, through Games with Gold and then through the Vault Snaps, we actually have all three. We have Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3
Sweet.
on both the consoles. So yeah, definitely. I actually got into Mass Effect 2 a little bit. I really started getting into it, and it was kind of late at night though, and I was like, damn, I gotta go to sleep.
Yeah, well, I tried playing it before, and it didn't catch my attention. I didn't give it enough time, I think. So I'm gonna give it a shot this time. So far, it's pretty good. The story is awesome. They did a really good job. It makes you really feel like you're part of this, galactic thing that's going on. So it's pretty cool.
I'm just gonna cut in here real quick, Xbot, because you know what makes me want to play this game? I never cared for it before, but everybody in the community talks about how great it is. I see game clips and screenshots, things like that, and that's what's really drawing me to the game itself.
Nice.
Is the community.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, and that is one of the best thing, like one of the really cool things about this generation, having the whole DVR aspect, and being able to share clips, having activity feeds and stuff like that, kind of like the social medias out there and stuff like it. This is a real cool generation to be a gamer, and you can link up with a bunch of people now, compared to previous generations. It's really really awesome. Yo, Don, when it comes to your most played game, man, let us know what is it and either why or just kind of share an experience, dude.
I've been playing tons of Gears. I mean, every time I get on the Xbox, it's somebody in the community is hitting me up, and it's been awesome, very welcoming and things like that. And so Gears has been my jam. Again, I've always liked Gears, but it's nice to have a good new fresh crew of people to play with. That's been pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Putting some work in on that Destiny, trying to get raid ready. Just not trying to overdo it, just a little bit here and there, because Destiny can be some work sometimes. And my own
Destiny
little personal
is work, man. You got to punch in and everything for that.
Yeah.
and in my own personal project, my own independent game, I just started about a week ago, and I've been playing in Unreal quite a bit. Trying to get the base mechanics down before I start throwing in assets and stuff like that. But
like my voice. Okay.
Are you gonna have a character named Mel? Oh snap! Something along the lines of that.
Yeah, I mean, I've been working on that along with my other project. With the other
open
Then I'll accept
Pandora's
it.
box right here. Do you realize this, dude?
Yeah, I know, but I have a lot more creative control over that project. I can just kind of do what I want.
Is it a Kiss the Ring simulator?
No, but the main reason why I kind of started it is just because the scope of what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
it's not something that the other studio was interested in doing because it does take a lot of work. So this is kind of a big project I'm taking on. So it's kind of my baby. It's just started, so it's interesting to see where it's going so far.
Dude, I can't wait to see. I've seen a lot of stuff like kind of like behind the scenes. You are a very very talented dude, and I can't wait to see
Indeed.
what you're working on, man. Hopefully, your next podcast family is one of the first people to check out exactly what you're doing. If I have to sign an NDA or something like that, let me know. Just send it over to me. I'll do it. But I can't wait to see what the Don is creating.
Yeah,
Um,
it's definitely a lot of fun. I'm already enjoying it, so I'm hoping other people enjoy it when it comes time. So
awesome, awesome. Yo, Mega,
Yeah.
yo, I got to you finally, man. I know, I know, like you've been on your X1. I'm not sure if you've been on your emulators, but dude, what is your MPG for this past week, dude?
It's been Forza Horizon 3.
Mm.
I've fallen back in love with it. I mean, well, I've been in love with it, but man, I just was wanting to record something for a video, and I got into it, and I couldn't stop. I'm like, my God, I forgot how great this game is. And then I've played, of course, a little bit of Battlefield, and man, I don't know. I think when Newark seen me, he caught me sneaking on the PC side, man, playing that Crisis 2, man, and he was
Dude,
like,
I
I
saw
think that's
that
what he was talking
too.
about. And I was like, man, this game is awesome. So because I never played it before. So I've been at it for a couple of months, but I
Mhm.
haven't played it. And I was like, damn, this game is hot. So yeah, those are the three games that I've been playing. But Forza Horizon 3 has been the most. That's a great fucking game.
Oh
Great.
hell yeah, hell yeah! And dude, yo, for people who follow Forza and what they do with their DLC and stuff like that, yo, two expansion packs are coming for this game. They are not even close to being done, like supporting this game. It's just they're gonna add stuff to it constantly, man.
Right, and that's the beautiful thing of it. Like I said, if they add,
Like snow.
if they, yeah, the snow thing. There, no, if they add cops to it, this is my opinion. I know other people have different opinions, but this is my opinion. This will be the best racer ever made. Just because if you had that element to where you can add cops to where you can play as a cop to chase them and vice versa, or just have it to where you can have a cops to be the computer. And man, oh my God, that just would be so fun with all that playground to play with.
That would
So
be that
he
would be
gonna turn it
crazy.
into Need for Speed.
What's up, Shadows?
I said he gonna turn it into Need for Speed.
Need for
No,
speed.
well, that's just the element, that they could use. I mean, they have so many options that they could do with the game, and then like you could create your own races and things like that. Man, if they added that type of DLC to it, I'm telling you, it would gravitate a lot of Need for Speed people over there. It would just be
Yeah.
it'd be 10 times better.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I agree with you. I think it would just be like an added layer. It might be a Need for Speed esque layer to it, but with
Mm-hmm.
everything else that they offer in that game, dude, you're racing freaking trains and speedboats and stuff like that as well in the campaign. So it would definitely be its own creature, just with a couple similarities here and there to Need for Speed. Now, with my MPG, and when we first started this, I actually didn't do my MPG, so I am gonna do it for this week. And it's, oh man, they came out with so many games, like when it came to back compat games hitting the vault and stuff like that. But out of all the games I have played, I gotta say it's Battlefield 1 and it's Halo 5. Battlefield 1, man, I have to give a major, major shout out to Dark Optimus. Yo, I just started hanging out with Dark Optimus in Xbox Live parties. Real cool guy. And I was talking one day, like saying how, unfortunately I couldn't swing Battlefield 1 right now. It was like I even tried to, do a mooch on Twitter. That didn't work and stuff like that. And before you know it, within the conversation, he actually sent me a code for the deluxe edition of Battlefield 1. And that's basically it's one of my best experiences like this year with video games. It's that Forza Horizon 3 and Doom. Like I am eating good over here right now. And yo, Dark Optimus, man, thank you so much. One thing I did want to say though, with playing so many games and stuff, I went back to go play Halo. Dude, I'm actually rusty on Halo right now. This is incredible, guys.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that? Like so many
Oh,
games have come out, like you kind of drift away from the game you played the most, and then when you come back, you're like, well, damn, I'm kind of sucking right now. What's going on? Yeah, have
The
yeah,
you?
crazy thing is, sorry to cut you off. The crazy thing
yeah.
is, I actually got back into Halo after the struggling with Gears 4, and I played a couple of matches. Then I went to Battlefield, and like when you're getting shot at, I'm hitting the B button to try to like it's like going back and forth between two shooting games. Sometimes is insane.
It's a little
Those two
rough.
shooters are so different, though. Like I had the same
Yeah,
problem. Gears, you're like you're stuck to the ground, right?
Mhm.
And in Halo, you're not. And the layouts are so different between those two games. It's pretty
And
hard.
But
I
Mhm.
dude,
must be beast at that
yeah.
game because I went back and I was better.
Oh,
So
oh,
oh.
yeah, I don't know about y'all, but
oh.
get on my
I don't
level.
know. I
Yo,
haven't played. I haven't played Halo in a little bit, but anytime you guys want me to come in and play, I would have played with you guys with you last night, but
last
I
night
was
you're
trying
like,
to
well,
do,
what do you want? Do you want gameplay or you want me come in and play Halo? And I'm like,
and I still was late.
I
Jeez,
was like,
but
yeah, no, no, work on that gameplay. It's all good. Halo will be
mm,
here, man.
yeah. So no.
But yo, it was Smiley Police. Yo, big shout out to Smiley Police. He was in with us as well. Remix Essence, which is another cool guy that I've been talking to in Xbox Live parties. Um, like we went in on Halo, and yo, Smiley Police just kind of held it down. He even sent a picture through Twitter of a guy with a huge backpack. He was like, that this was me on Xbox Team, like on Halo tonight, and I was like, dude, facts. I can't even argue with you, man. But I am gonna master, like I'm gonna master that transition, and I'm gonna go back into Halo more now, just because I'm a little pissed off. Um, but so that's pretty much it for the MPGs. Let's get into some news, and with the news,
Hey, Xbox.
yo, what's up?
Before you go further, I want to let everybody know who don't have Halo 5 or the Master Chief Collection.
Hmm.
If you go to CD Keys website right now, I don't mean to advertise them, but
No,
I like to
definitely
save
do.
people money.
How
So
much?
the Halo Master Chief Collection digital code right now is $7.80.
What?
The Halo 5 Guardian Digital Deluxe Edition with all the DLC is $18.19
Damn.
for
18
the digital code right now.
Yep.
$18. And you said
Eighteen
digital
dollars and
deluxe,
nineteen
so that
cents.
comes with the arena
All the
packs.
DLC. Yeah.
Hmm.
Wow, $18 for that. Like I know everybody knows me as a Halo 5 fan and stuff like that, but that is an amazing deal right there. So you said CD keys, right, dude?
Yeah. CDKeys.com. And the codes are instant. Time you pay for them, they'll be in your email.
I mean,
Beau-
just for the single players for the Master Chief Collection alone,
yeah.
you should pick that
Yeah.
up because it's only $7. That is a great deal.
Mhm.
There's for a console game, there is no deal. I don't think better right now, except maybe
Yeah.
getting Titanfall for $35. That's Titanfall 2 for $35
You
right
know,
now.
you want to talk about deals and deals getting better? Man, you just gave me my segue. Let's
Oh,
talk. Well, back compat and EA access, right? Just this past week, Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3, they came back backwards compatible. Then not only that, they put it in the EA Access vault. So people who are paying, they're like,
Mirror's Edge and UFC 2, I think too. Also,
dude, they're killing it with that subscription service. It's either $30 a year or what is the lower one, like $5 a month?
Five
five
dollars a
dollars a
month.
month. Yeah,
you go
Yo,
to CD Keys, you get it for three.
Yeah, give it $3.
$3
A
for
month.
1 month, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, if you want to test it out, man, $3 for 1 month. There you go. Um, but with all these games coming down the line, it seems like Microsoft, Xbox, they are really dedicated to backwards compatibility. And I know we talked about this before, but I'm bringing it up again just because of the amount of games. There's like over 280 games back compat right now. Um, gu-
Dang.
guys, what do you think about this back compat? What are you for, like, their dedication to bringing these titles out? And let's start. Yo, Mega, what do you think about back compat? Is this a solid feature for people looking to get a console for this generation still?
Absolutely. See, I know Mooch likes to say, nostalgia is a hell of a drug,
I hear it
and
every
kind of
Friday,
like
man.
it, kind of insult it. But the fact of it is that everybody, and I mean everybody, has a nostalgia love for something. Just look at how the Nintendo Mini is selling off the shelves right now. People want older games. It might not be every older game, but it's that particular older game that they hear and they say, "Oh, that brings them back." And just for what EA Access provides, I know a lot of people are, people that don't like EA Access talk about, well, it's all sports games. That's not true. They have opened up the gates, and I'm hearing now that they're going to start implementing the PC side of EA Access to come over to the Xbox. So you'll be able to play Sims if you are in other games that's not available yet on the Xbox One. So it's a beautiful thing, man. I mean, Mass Effect alone and is just great because you don't have to have the disc. You got to, like I had to go look for Blue Dragon and it took forever. It looked like looking for a needle in a haystack to find Blue Dragon in Lost Odyssey. And if they can provide more games where you don't have to have the disc, the service pays for itself.
No doubt, no doubt. And you bring up a good point with the EA Access. I thought it was a brilliant move because a lot of times when games are announced back compat, the stores like GameStop and stuff like that, they start jacking those games up. Um,
Yes.
Skate
You
3.
can't go to eBay or anywhere to without going to. I think Lost Odyssey. If you go to Amazon, the cheapest that you'll find the game is around $100.
What?
Yes.
That's
Wow.
Yes.
crazy.
That's
Yes.
insane. Yo,
All right, for everybody in the podcast, this is just for y'all. Y'all want any games that's backwards compatible, super cheap? Send me a private message on Twitter because I got 3 stores in Texas down the street from my house where they have
what?
mint condition games all the way back to the freaking Atari. And I even like I was showing Mega the other day. I sent him pictures. I have Lost Odyssey mint brand new condition, $19, and they got a
Nice.
whole
Nice.
shelf. They got a whole shelf full of them.
What?
So that's
All
why I said
right.
you want something, hit my PayPal, I'll ship it to you.
Nice,
Nice.
nice, dude. Definitely appreciate that. I didn't get a chance to go into Lost Odyssey last gen. I don't know how many times I had it in my hand too, and just for some reason or another, every once in a while you can't make the perfect decision all the time in a gaming store. I think you guys know that. And like I had it in my hand and something else, like it was either something newer or something like that, and I for some reason or another I just went somewhere else. But that's cool, man, and to have those stores so close, dude, you got to be loving that.
Hey, they walking distance. Like
What?
K Mega, wasn't that you? I sent you them pictures, all them games I got.
Yeah,
I got
man.
my whole I got
Man,
my
wet.
whole PlayStation 3
Ooh,
and my Xbox 360 collection back up between $5 and $6 a game.
yeah.
I
Damn.
even like bought collector's editions of Resistance, God of War,
Wet.
got all the
Breeze
Dead or
bring wet.
Alives, all
Like
of
one
them.
of my
I got
favorite
Wet,
games.
all of them, $5 and $6 a copy.
He
Love
said
wet.
wet. Yo, as soon as he said wet, all I could think of is every time Mega said lips. Actually, that was weird.
Hey man, come on now. Look, Lips is a great ass game. I know that they probably can't do that, but if they could please bring any of those if they could bring any of those Connect games, if you could bring Lips, just do it. Let me know. I'll pay extra. I
Dude, he
love
is
Is that
that
I was
that
just
game,
begging.
singing?
like,
Is
man.
that that
what are we
singing
talking
game? Like
about
It's
for
the
a
sing.
Sims?
minute?
It's the singing game, man. I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
don't
man.
encourage them.
He is
I had
begging.
so much fun with that game, man. You have no idea. It's the ultimate party game. You get non-gamers involved, man. I'm telling you, it's a fantastic ride. Europe, they love it out there in Europe, man. I was competing with people out there in Europe, man. This game is
Uh.
so good. Woo.
My bad. I dozed off. You still talking my lips?
But yo, let's move on. Oh snaps! What do you think about like the kind of like how Xbox is going with backwards compatibility? Like how dedicated they are to it. Do you look at it as like one of those, I call them like pillar features? It's one of those features like they should have in like every one of their commercials. Talk about it a lot. Do you think
I
it's
mean,
that important?
I think it's important that they're bringing backwards compatibility because it gives us more options, especially when everybody complains they ain't got no games to play. So there's always the ability to look back and get rid of your old system if you want to. Like we got rid of our old system. But then there's all these new games that, well, they're old games, but to me they're new because I didn't really care about them before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's opening up a whole new world of gaming for me and anybody who's like me who never really got into these games in the past. And I think it's really important. It's definitely important that they advertise it and things like that, but it's definitely not. It's not something that should be a main focus.
Okay, but they should definitely advertise it. Now,
Of course.
the thing is, I know this generation, we're a couple years into this generation and stuff like that, but there are people who didn't adopt into this generation either. So,
Mhm.
like, I don't hear a lot of people talking about the importance of backwards compatibility into getting you know, those people that are still hanging on to the 360 and all that stuff over to the X1. What are your thoughts on that? Like, that should be a big thing when it comes to them, right? Because their library just will, what games are available will just come right over to their new system.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're not going to be supporting the old system anymore, right?
No, no, that's done.
So then, I mean, they have two choices. Either if they want more games, come on over, or keep playing your old games. I mean, obviously the better deal would be to move over, but some people, it could be money, it could be the fact they just don't want to. I know a lot of children, younger children are the ones that have probably the 360s
Hmm.
too, so
Yeah.
it's kind of catering to them because like I wouldn't feel comfortable buying like my 5-year old or a 7-year old an Xbox One, but a 360 obviously is going to be much cheaper, and they're still growing. So I mean, I guess it depends on the customer base
And
too.
then over time, once they get older, you can pick up that Xbox One, and then their library will be there.
It grows
Yeah.
instantly.
Nice, nice. Yo, Foos, what do you think about backwards compatibility? Yo, they released all these games. Like you said, you were getting into Mass Effect and stuff like that. Do you really like this feature? Do you really get into like the 360 games on the X1, man?
Yeah, it's a must-have feature for me. I started getting into the digital. I'm strictly digital now, by the way, and it kind of started
Congratulations. Good
right.
job, man.
It kind of started back in the 360. Right towards the end of it when I started buying strictly digital. So I've
Mm.
got a lot of games that they've just brought out for backwards compatibility that are just just popping up on my list, and that's a plus for me.
It was crazy. They announced this past week Skate 3. I love the Skate franchise. I know last night on Crossfire, Mooch asked like what the big deal was, so I kind of let him know about the active user base of people that play Skate and stuff like that. Um, it was funny because I looked digitally at the store and it was $10, and then oh snaps, checked out on GameStop for a pre-owned copy to see how much that would be. Yo, GameStop was charging $20 for that game, and Xbox.
Liar! It was 1999.
Oh wow!
Exposed. I am exposed. But all right, 1999. It's a lot easier saying $20.
You're right.
Uh,
Is a skate a EA game though?
it's a yeah. EA
Yeah.
Black
It'd
Box.
be it. Okay, I'm about to say it might be in the vault one day.
Yeah, I'm saying this. Yo, Shadows, you might know this. You're like an encyclopedia of games, man. Dude, is Black Box isn't around anymore, right? Are
Yes,
they
they still
around,
are.
or did they kind of
Yeah.
disband that group and just absorb it under EA? Like
No, they're still around.
they're still
They're
around. All right, because I thought it
just
would have been
quiet.
harder.
No, they're still around.
All right, all
They
right,
just,
I
as
got
you
you.
can see, they just keeping them on certain titles now.
All right, so yeah, so it's EA Black Box. Like I said, at the store digitally it was $10 at the store, and getting a pre-owned 360 copy, which like I don't know. BShadows doesn't have this problem with the store that he has over there, but every time I go to GameStop and I look at a pre-owned game, man, I check the disc first because some
Yeah.
people like bite them things before they bring them back. You know what I'm saying? But
What?
Yeah.
Item before
I
they.
used to bite my Nintendo controllers. It was
Oh, okay.
horrible,
You know
so
what?
horrible.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Here
And
I am thinking Xbox coming up with some crazy ass
nope,
shit
No,
nope,
out of
Fuski's
his
nah.
the keeper
ass,
of
but
video
clearly
games.
Fuski's is a little crazy too.
Hashtag common sense, man. That's what I'm about. Yo, Don, what do you think about the backwards compatibility feature? Do you consider it like that one of those pillar features when it comes to the X1, like moving forward, man? And are you getting into these back compat games?
Here and there. There's a couple different things. So like, it's an important feature going forward, not for Xbox, for video games in general, right?
Yes.
How do you preserve these games? Your older hardware is not going to run forever. It's eventually going to break down on you, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's an inevitability. So having backwards compatibility allows
Having
you.
a hard
Sorry,
time
I'm
with that
twisted.
word.
Oh yeah, these tongue
Yeah.
twisters. You
Yeah.
got.
Are you sure you're not drinking my tequila? No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure. All right.
but it's important to be able to preserve those games. And I think honestly, also having that stuff digitally is important. I mean, not everyone's got a store like BShadows, right? Just down the streets, and also having those things available digitally. I mean, that goes straight back to the developer. I mean, it's nickels and dimes down the road, but it all helps out to making more and better and new games down the road. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a good thing across the board. I honestly wish the other competing platforms would have that option, but I don't think that's going to be possible, to be honest.
Nice.
Backwards compatibility is something that everyone asks for every generation, so it should just be, it should be
Mandatory.
in there no matter what. Yeah.
Dude, I definitely agree
You
with
look,
you. Yo,
you
Don,
look at it like
when
this. Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead, BShadows, man. It's your show, man. Just
It's
go over.
it's your takeover, man. Go for it.
Well, basically, I was going. This is my whole view on the PC thing with Microsoft that a lot of people don't know. The original reason they called the Xbox One
Mhm.
was their whole idea was to get every Xbox title, regardless of what console, on one system.
Hmm.
That was their original goal, and they wanted this backwards compatible thing in the first place. They had already redesigned it for it before it was even launched. It was already set up for backwards compatibility. All they had to do was patch it. So Phil even had an original plan. Him and Yusuf. I don't know if y'all remember who Yusuf is. The
Yeah, I
guy
remember
that
Yusuf.
did all
His
the
last name
boring-ass
start with an M?
trailers.
Mehdi.
Yeah.
Mahadi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the guy that made all those boring ass trailers about the snap features with the movies and videos and crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Their original plan was once they got every 360 game completely on the Xbox One, the next goal was to get all the original Xbox games to go on there. So they wanted to get everything from the Xbox original to the 360 and then all that on one console. That's why they call it the One. That's
Okay.
why that last update that they did a few months back, they patched it now. A lot of people don't know this. The Xbox One Slim, you can actually go on the USBs in the back now, and you can put up to an 8 terabyte external hard drive on it, and it'll
Really?
format it for downloads. So they had already had plans on getting all these games on one system. So think about it. You can put 2 in at a time. That's 16 terabytes plus the hard drive space that you already got on it. And if y'all haven't noticed this already, when you plug in the USB, it allows you to name the hard drives whatever you want.
Mhm.
So what would
Yeah,
prevent you
exactly.
from naming one of them 360, naming one of them Xbox One, and then you can have all your games on different hard drives.
Yeah, definitely. Yo, dude, with you bringing up that whole one thing and bringing all the games like from Xbox all the way going back to the OG. Now I
hmm
know you love games, period. But do you think like the OG Xbox games, there are some absolute gems out there. Do you think they're kind of dated for today though? For bringing
No,
them
because
back up here?
if you look at how the original Xbox games, how the upscaling things that they did on 360, they look crazy good.
Mm.
Have you ever played ESPN 2K5 on the 360 and the way
No,
they enhanced the graphics?
no, I
Man,
didn't.
let me show you something. Damn, I wish I could turn my camera on. I would show it to you. Um,
It's all good. Yo,
they
it would be
actually,
kind of mean anyway because the rest of the people wouldn't
It
be able
won't
to
show.
see it.
oh
Yeah.
yeah,
They would see a
You
little
taking
circle
over
of
people's
it.
gameplay by showing your gameplay?
yeah.
Double
But no, what I was
dipping,
gonna
bro.
do is I was gonna put one of the original Dead or Alive fighting games in there from
Oh,
the original Xbox and show you how it almost looks like a 360 game. They even increased the graphics on it. Like it
I'd
did a
say, man,
full upscale.
you know how to pull at my heartstrings when you bring up DOA, dude. That's
Hey,
like Halo for fighting for me, man. I'm saying,
man, I'm gonna tell you like this, brother. I went and bought the whole box set of the originals, and I put them in the 360, and they look like Xbox 360 games. They increased the graphics that much.
damn. Well, Team Ninja back then when they had that Rockstar developer, man, they were doing some crazy shit with graphics for their
Yeah.
time, man.
You seen what they did with the Dreamcast with Dead or Alive? It
Oh yeah.
was insane.
Yes, yeah,
So
they
I mean,
did.
they were very talented crew. Unfortunately, Mr. Rockstar over there couldn't control himself with certain law-abiding situations and stuff like that. But we're not going to get into that. It's not a show about
Nah.
that. But that's
Oh, to
interesting
answer your
because
question about Black Box,
yeah, what's up?
um, they're when they closed their studios down in 2013,
Hmm.
they changed their name twice. But they're also the guys that make the crew.
All right,
Okay.
So
Nice.
yeah, they're
okay.
just under a different name, but they're the one that made the crew.
But
No.
see, with me saying about Black Box, because I know Black Box made Skate, I kind of figured it would be a little bit harder for them to bring a skate over as back compat because you know like how they said once developers change up and switch over and all that stuff like the rights to be able to acquire the rights to go back compat with certain titles it gets harder. I mean I'm still waiting for Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and there's people telling me that's never going to happen but like I got my fingers crossed. I'm hoping that it does come back compat down the line, you know what I'm saying?
It's
But
sitting up there
but
with
think about
Halo
it,
3
Xbox.
anniversary.
But think about it.
Oh
You got all the songs that's in Skate that had to get cleared.
yes. Yeah, that's a big hurdle right there in and of itself, man.
And also that they lifted Disney have lifted the ban that they had,
Hmm.
and Capcom is needing money,
They
and
need
what they're
money, man.
what they're seeing is that these games, even though they may sell maybe 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, maybe more, I don't know, but that if they go up 1,000% on sales on a game that they ain't selling, what that's still revenue going into their pocket. So I would be hopeful. I would definitely be hopeful, especially if they, at least the Marvel versus Capcom 2.
Dude, I
You
just want a
know,
fighting game where I could whoop your ass, Mega. I'm just saying that like that would be the one. Marvel vs. Capcom 3, you man, you would turn into crying Jordan, I swear. I'm just throwing
right,
it out there, yo.
right. Well, and somebody in the comments said it right. Unchained said it perfect. Like at GameStop or anywhere else, it would be higher on like eBay and places like that. But at GameStop, they'll probably definitely do about $50 for that game. He's
Nah,
saying
Marvel
he's
vs.
saying
Capcom
70.
3
It would
alone is
sell.
is it's like that much because it's real rare.
But
Well,
here's
yeah,
the
that's what I'm
deal.
saying.
Yeah.
It
Here's
would
the
When
be
I
deal
worth
worked,
with
they'd be
that,
worth
dude.
it if you wanted that much.
yeah.
And Capcom would
Hmm.
they would make money, so it would benefit them to do that.
See,
And Xbox would be the only one to have it, so that would benefit Microsoft.
I'm pumped for that because I bought it digital on the 360, but I traded in my 360 the beginning of this generation to get my X1, and I never really felt a need to go back and like buy another 360 again, which was cool because they started the back compat and everything like that. But I have it sitting there just like waiting for me, you know, under my Microsoft account just for when it goes back compat, it's gonna pop right up and be like ready to install. So I'm pumped for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean it's the same thing for me for Soul Calibur 5. I mean I'm hoping that I got that game digital, but if Marvel versus Capcom 3, which wasn't my favorite because it was too much aerial attack, but I would still buy it. If it was $50, I'd still get it because it's one of the last quality Street Fighter, Capcom games that's been out here in a while, in
I
my
got
opinion.
you.
Which one? Which one?
Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Okay, I'll sell it to you right now for $50.
Mm.
I already got it,
I
man.
didn't
So
say
I'll,
you
I didn't
talking to
say
Mega right
you.
there.
I didn't say you. I didn't say I
I'm
was
just
going to
saying.
the
I'll give it to you
BShadows
right now for
fund.
$50. I'm gonna go buy another copy for $5.
Well, hell to the no, no,
To the
no.
Supply
no,
and
no, no.
demand. Oh my goodness. Yo, well, Newark, do you have anything to say about the whole back compat feature? Before we move on, I do want to know. Do you like this feature? Do you use this a lot, dude?
Yeah, they're my games. Give them to me.
Yeah.
It's I have like it's like I have like 300 games digital,
Hmm.
And some of my favorite games, I'm still waiting. I'm waiting for Battlefield Bad Company 2. I'm waiting for Virtua Fighters 2, Daytona USA, like, all the old Sega games. So,
Hmm.
Uno game, like, that'd be a proper Uno game for us Xbox players instead of this trash that came out recently. But
I love
I
how
mean,
Newark says they're my games. Give them to me.
Yeah, that was
yeah,
beautiful.
It's
That's
true.
we own
awesome.
them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're top to our account, and we don't have. But I think at the end of the day, the games will be backwards compatible.
I
Just to let
agree.
you
I
know,
don't think
yo,
a lot of
Newark, you're
Capcom
kind of
games.
you're fading in and out a little bit, so I'm kind of like listening to make sure if it smooths out. If not, you might have to jump out and come back in, man. I'm just saying.
Let me check my 56K modem real quick.
Oh,
Somebody might be calling on the phone. So now,
You know what, Newark?
nah,
When you
but
said I want my game, you sound like one of them commercials. It's my money and I
yeah,
want it
I need
now.
I
it now.
want it
That's one of
now.
them.
But yeah, that's how I feel. Like the games that belong to us, just give us access to them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
definitely,
agree.
definitely, dude. And
I
you do
agree.
That's
sound
about
better
it.
now, so we're gonna keep rolling. I'll let you know if you really start cutting out again. But hey, guys, you ready to get into some of the meat of the topics right now? And that meat being the PlayStation 4 Pro. How many people on the panel picked it up? Anybody? Anybody at all? Anybody?
Yes, I got
Crickets.
you on that one.
Yo, it's funny. When new hardware comes up, like one of the things I want to see. Yeah.
Hey, they're a little
Yeah,
late, but
thank
There
they're
you.
they are.
there.
Crickets are never late.
they're
Where's
late
that?
like the
Where's
hype
that
for
one
the
Sony
Pro, man.
clapper?
But one of the things I like to see is like you can really tell when something's flying off the shelf. Just look at the Nintendo Mini. Like everybody was saying, all right, well it's sold out absolutely everywhere and stuff like that. When it comes to this Pro, I don't see anybody saying that. Not only that, yo, even reviewers that are usually pro Sony, they're basically giving it the meh when it comes to the Pro. Um, is anybody interested in picking this up? Yo, Mega, anybody at all? Anybody interested in picking up this machine?
I thought about it. I even made a video because I was, this will be the first time ever that I have not had a PlayStation console in my home. But I'm I don't know, man. I really don't know. It's not even I'm not even interested. I want to play Horizon Zero Dawn, but like hearing everything that's going on, it's got me baffled. So the jury is still out. The jury is still out. I'll probably come up with one. If anything, I would just say, I just get a regular PlayStation, the vanilla PlayStation 4. I mean,
Well,
K Mega. K Mega,
yeah.
let's be honest, bro.
What, man?
If you actually buy a PlayStation, the devil gonna knock on your door and ask for a heating blanket. It ain't happening.
No, man, I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
No, it ain't that. No, I've always owned a PlayStation. I've always owned a PlayStation, the PlayStation console. Always. I mean, it's never. It's this is the first time ever that I've gone this long without ever having a PlayStation console in my home. But I am so uninterested with what they have to offer this generation. It's sad. It's absolutely sad. And the games that I was excited about, they were disappointing. And I'm just, what I'm saying, in the Pro is like, okay, I see, okay, I finally got my I'm a 4K ambassador now. So now, okay, let's see what this thing can do. And now hearing all the stuff that's coming out about it,
go
I'm like,
right into it, man.
Yeah,
Yo,
let's
unfortunately,
go.
for
Let's
some reason
go.
or another, games are actually performing better on the vanilla PS4, keeping a better frame rate and stuff like that compared to the Pro, man. What are your thoughts on that, dude?
It makes me sick.
Checkerboarding.
Yeah, it makes me sick to my stomach that, okay, when you have a system that's came out 30 years ago is outselling a new system that's supposed to be giving new tech and new technology, that is an absolute disgrace.
You say
Anybody
30
that,
years?
yeah, well, shit, yeah, it's been 30, about 30. When did the Nintendo, the
No,
first NES come out?
I'm gonna be real. Nintendo's shortages
1988?
was staged. They did that on purpose.
Yeah, of course they did. They do that all
Yeah,
the
they
time,
only
man.
they only
Yeah.
ship they only ship 30 per store. I mean, that ain't shit. I mean,
But
you
but
sold
they
out real
got
quick. You only ship 30.
But they got all the hype. I mean, for only people that's hyping up the Pro are fanboys. Everybody else is saying, you know what, it's cool, but it's You know what?
Meh.
When
No
you
more
got new
paying it.
hardware coming, compared to the Xbox One Fat to the Xbox One S, there is a big difference. There is like this shit is legit. It is worth the money. You're not hearing that, and that is disappointing to me. That is very disappointing to me because I'm like, okay, you're bringing out new hardware, you're bringing it around the holidays. We don't have really, the games that you're supposed to be bringing out to display the power of this machine, except for,
Come out next year.
yeah, they're coming out next year. You should have did your thinking and brought that system out next year in the first quarter with your big titles that was coming out instead of bringing it out now, thinking that you was going to suffocate the market.
Yeah.
They put
All
themselves
right.
in a precarious
Let's be
position.
honest. Let's be honest about this situation. Sony only brought that system out this November because they were giving them a 12-month head start. When the Scorpio comes out, they know they're going to be irrelevant. So they're trying to sell as many they can within a year to make their money back. Because those systems, like I told everybody months ago, were already sitting in warehouses of retailers when everybody kept saying, no, it's not coming out this year. It's not coming out this year. I'm like, bitch, they shipped them 6 months ago. They already in the stores. We already, all our warehouses for my company already had them.
Yeah.
And we already knew the name. We already knew the name was not Neo. We wasn't allowed to say nothing, but we already knew it wasn't Neo.
You
But I
know,
mean, it's just the whole principle that this is the truth of the matter. The system shouldn't have came out to after Christmas because that's when the games that actually utilize it come out, like Hellblade and Zero Dawn and stuff like that. When those games come out, and you'll be able to see what it's actually capable of doing. Upscaling these games has been out for 3 years with checkerboarding, the same thing Microsoft been doing with upscaling from 900 to 1080 that everybody said didn't work or didn't look good. But
mhm.
now when the Pro does it, it looks great. But if you look at all those videos that Sony has been throwing in people's faces saying, oh, here you go. Let me show you the difference with the games run on the Pro versus this and that. It looks exactly the damn same. There's no difference. They're lying to people straight up, telling them it's a big difference in graphics and it looks exactly the same. Everybody talking about, well, I can still see a little percent difference. No, that's your brain telling you how stupid you are.
Yo,
That you just
Shadows.
wasted $400. What's
Shadow.
up?
Yo, I want to hear what you think about this. Now, the Pro, it doesn't have a UHD Blu-ray in it, right? Dude, what
Yeah.
if I told you I saw an advertisement, I think it was on Amazon, where they were advertising the PlayStation 4 Pro, and then they had,
Sausage party.
yeah, you saw that, dude? Like,
Yeah.
any,
Yo,
any
So you're
casual,
yo,
advertising it use the 4K disc you can't play on it.
yeah,
bro,
dude, like,
it's the lies to sell the console.
that is
So
It is.
incredible.
that's what it is.
What do you think about
Thank
Sorry
that
for
in
you.
the
terms of
yeah.
advertising, dude? Like, what do you think? Is that just like typical Sony right there? What do you think, man?
I don't even think that's Sony. I just think that's Amazon trying to get more sold. You
Well,
know,
Okay.
you think
it's not
Amazon
just
lied
Amazon.
to you.
Amazon has independent vendors, right? So it could have been
Yeah,
anything from them
one
as
of
well.
them.
So
Yeah, but they
I,
they they claimed it was the number two selling system on Amazon, which they only sold 71 consoles. If you only sold 71 consoles worldwide, and that's your number two top selling thing on Amazon. You ain't selling shit all of a sudden
yeah, I
because
know,
I
right?
mean that's a horrible number. But I mean, let's say it like this: the PS4 Pro. If you don't already have a PS4, it would be wise to get that one over the Slim. Because I was looking at Zaire's video the other day and how he was actually showing that at least the PS4 has all the ports and stuff added back to it.
Mm.
So you can still use your Turtle Beach headphones, your wireless stuff, your Bluetooth, all that stuff has been added back. Anybody who buys that Slim, you're gonna get screwed.
Yeah,
So
but what about the
you only have
vanilla
one
though?
choice.
What about the
If you,
vanilla
as I
though?
said, if you already have a PlayStation, you don't need a Pro. If you got the original one, you have no reason to buy a Pro. I'm saying for people who don't already own one, the Pro would be the wise choice because I'm pretty sure that'd be the last console Sony gonna put some money behind.
Yeah, I
So
got you, man. But
at this
I
point, they need to focus on software.
what I was saying is like when it comes to the three consoles, you have the launch PS4, you have the Slim, and you have the Pro. Like with
Hmm.
what's going on in terms of like I said, like better frame rates and stuff like that on the launch PS4. The PS4s are still out there to buy right now if you're interested in getting a PlayStation. So why would you aim a new consumer towards the Pro, B Shadows?
Well, because I mean, eventually you're gonna want 4K. Now they claimed they were going to be able to patch the original PlayStations, if you already have the original ones, to do HDR rendering. Yes, it'll do HDR color to a little bit extent. They're still not going to run it in 4K. And we already know that's not true.
Yeah.
Because all the PS4 Pro it's the exact same thing as a vanilla PlayStation. I hate people say that ain't a vanilla PlayStation. It wasn't too vanilla for 3 years for you to be bragging about it, but hey, it's vanilla now though. But it's the same as the other PlayStation with a different graphics card. All the rest of the components are identical.
Yeah.
So my thing is, unless you got a 4K TV that has HDR rendering, you have no purpose of having a Pro. I would just go to game. Oh, I can't believe what I'm saying is. I would go to LameStop and go get a refurbished one or something of trying to get the original model. But that's only if I have no reason in hell I'm ever going to get a really expensive 4K TV. I have no reason to have a Pro. Because the games are going to play the same.
And see, that's the thing where I'm confused at. Not confused at, but that's where I'm fighting myself, because I do have a 4K television now, and I want the Pro for it to utilize its true power. But the fact of it is that this is my secondary console. My Xbox and my PC is hand in hand. You know, Xbox is number one. But the fact of it is that I'm going to be playing exclusives on the PlayStation. I don't even know if it's all that important for me to go ahead and spend $400 when the only thing I can do is just buy one that's down the street from me at a GameStop for $225. The Destiny all white, which is really a nice little console.
That's the best.
We'll go on Craigslist. We'll go on Craigslist and get it for $150.
See, hey, Megan, there's no reason to get that console until 2018, until the games come out.
Well, and like, you're right.
Let's just kind of be real about it for just a sec. If you're not adopted the PS4 by now, there's nothing coming out in the next 6 months that's going to make you buy it going forward, right? It's those.
Guys, I'm sorry. Since we're all cutting each other off here, I want to cut each other off too. You guys can get back to your conversation in just a moment. Everybody, please hit that like button. We have Brian Baker in the chat who is going to drop a code if we get 55 likes, but I think we need some 73, maybe 72, because we got a thumbs down here, okay? Hit that thumbs up if you guys want codes.
Lady, if you're going to interrupt, you can't use BShadows gong, by the way. You got to use something else.
Damn.
Shadows, how do you feel about that, man? She just kind of like stepped on you, like, I'm using the gong. Bam.
Hey, it ain't like I can use it.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
But back to the subject at hand. I mean, you know, and I'm a big advocate of no matter what platform you play on, you have to at least have 3 titles that really entice you to buy that piece of hardware, right?
Absolutely.
You know, let's just call it what it is. They have to be out, like you know, not promised down the road, just physically out. You know, and it's cool to get excited about things coming down the road, but the reality is you have to judge the hardware based on what's out now as a consumer. And what's out now, if they haven't released exclusives that really entice you to buy that, Horizon Zero Dawn is just one title, right? So you're really looking at kind of the, you know, God of War series, and I guess if you're interested in that other zombie game that they were doing,
no,
I'm personally not, but it's but it is one of their bigger titles. But if someone's interested, in it, you're talking 2018 though. That's the thing.
Right.
You're right. $300 by then. So
you're right. And that's the thing that because I want to, because you know, I guess maybe because I feel like maybe I'm being pressured, and I'm falling for the pressure, because people are like, well, you don't have a PlayStation 4. Why are you talking about a PlayStation 4? Well, you know, I got my son one, but for myself, I just didn't feel like it was worthy. I mean, I played some of the games, and then some of the games wasn't necessary. My favorite game right now on the PlayStation 4 is Until Dawn, and that's a damn shame. That should be like something, you know, that I can be saying that's one of those titles that you sweep under the rug. That's like you driving down the street and you bump into Taylor Swift or something, and you turn the music down when somebody rolls up on the side of you. You know what I'm saying? Should be something I should be saying is Until Dawn is my favorite PlayStation game right now. So that's why I've been reluctant to buy one, is because, you know, Uncharted 4 is a cool series, but it's never been my favorite. So I love Tomb Raider a hell of a lot better. and what is that? Dark Souls. I mean, not Dark Souls, Bloodborne. That's a beautiful game, but it's Dark Souls, and and Dark Souls is something I got to sit back and play. That ain't something that I could just say that's some dope shit because that's a hard ass game to play. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Man.
and here's the thing: with
Hey,
all the
Meg,
problems with the
Mega,
PS4,
I don't mean
go
to cut
start.
y'all off, but somebody in the comment section just said Persona 5 as a reason to buy it. The guy that said that, find a razor and cut yourself.
Damn.
Oh no.
I like
Oh.
Persona.
Harsh,
I like the Persona series. I do, but it's not a console seller. It's just not. Not in the U.S. In Japan, it's huge.
Well,
but
if it was a
in the US,
console seller,
it's not
I got something for this right now. If it was a console seller, how come Sony's not putting it in their promotional commercials, and stuff like that
Right.
as a game
They
coming
know
down
better.
the line? How come Sony doesn't have the confidence in that title as much as whoever was in the chat talking about it? You see what I'm saying? Like they don't.
That's sad because they show games 3 years out. Like, let's just be honest. Like,
You know what?
here's the
They can
here's the-
advertise. Go ahead, Don. I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
I
wait,
was
I'm
gonna
going to
say
talk.
they can
to you.
advertise. They can advertise a Yakuza game, and that would sell a damn system before Persona will. Now I have every
Right.
Persona
In the
game
US
as 1
and
through
UK.
4. I mean, period. I mean, I have every Persona game. I also have every Yakuza game. But I can tell you right now, Yakuza being an open world Shenmue type / Grand Theft Auto type game, that would actually sell a PS4 faster than Persona will. Now, I think Persona 5 is going to be a great game. We're not knocking it, but I guarantee you that would not sell a console versus some of the other titles that they have.
Yeah, I remember
Well,
when PlayStation first party titles was amazing, man. I don't know what the hell
infamous
happened, man.
games. Oh my god, man.
got
Okay,
lazy.
for instance, everybody they kind of pooped on Heavy Rain. That game was fantastic. They kind of crapped on Heavenly Sword. People just overlooked that game. That was a
Yeah, that's a
female
great
God of War.
game.
How
Yeah.
can you like God of War but you don't like Heavenly Sword?
Right.
Made no sense.
But what about Resistance? I love Resistance. I
Resistance
hated it.
3 made up for the other two terrible ones. So
Well, I like the first Resistance. I didn't like the second.
well, the first one
but
was
I did
good,
like the
but
third one.
the speed of the FPS on it, the frames per second,
Yeah.
was so fast it made people
Yeah.
cross-eyed. So I mean, you get headaches really fast. You know what I'm saying? You get real dizzy playing that game. But I mean, they fixed the frame issue in the second and third game, especially when they tried to do the massive multiplayer with it. They had all the people on the screen at one time. I mean, that was crazy. So you got to, yeah, I agree with him. The PlayStation games back in the day used to be the bomb. Like they was fantastic. But the PlayStation games of this generation are crap.
It's not that.
Remember Fear Effect?
It's funny. I don't think it's the fact that they're crap. I think it's the fact of first of all, they get delayed constantly. All right, they get talked
Yeah.
about
Man,
for
that's not the problem.
years,
They're
and
not
it
what they're
waters you
promised.
down.
That's part of the problem, but that ain't
PS4
the problem.
Pro and the PlayStation VR is the problem, bro. Like honestly,
It's
the money is
hardware.
getting put into the
So
wrong
much
places.
hardware. And,
Yeah.
and no software for it. But guys, what I'm saying here, Cerny has come out and said that the PS4 Pro is an 8.4 T-flop beast. Why isn't it? Why is it not flying?
There's some
off
truth to
the
that.
shelves?
Minecraft.
What happened?
Some truth
Said
to
on
that.
Minecraft.
And it was tested. I forgot the guy name. Candyland. Is it Candyland? The Candyland YouTube channel? No, NX Gamer.
NX.
Sorry, the NX Gamer confirmed that it was true. But
Well,
in
no,
real
no,
world,
hold
like
on.
in the real case,
Me and you, Newark.
In a
Here
real-
we go. Me and you. Yo, I watched the video, and what he said when it comes to the 16-bit, the half floats that they're talking about, it could be done for certain processes with making the game, such as lighting, such as
Yeah.
anti-aliasing. He didn't say anything about textures or anything like that. All right, and from him not
Yeah, he's-
saying anything about the textures is kind of showing me that when it comes to games in today's age, you get those good titles, the titles with the meat on them. Yo, you can't do this half float 16 bits going in at the same time. You need that full 32-bit data float to go in.
So some of the two
Yeah,
biggest
he
things
said-
through a pipeline though is textures and shaders, and it can't do. You can't do that with shaders either. So like, it's very minimal stuff that you can deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's saying in a real world scenario that it doesn't mean anything. Like nothing is going to benefit from that.
Yeah, so if nothing's going to benefit from it, like, why would Cerny be putting out that 8.4?
Because
because
he
they're
know these
scared.
fanboys will fall for it. He know these fanboys will
Right.
believe anything. I'm
They
telling you,
did.
he know these
I
fanboys will
seen it.
fall for anything. They like numbers now. Sony fanboys like numbers, sales, teraflops, and everybody want to be
So true story on that 8.4 T flop thing he mentioned.
Hmm.
There's two people I know that program code and they write things for engines. And I told them this quote. They didn't think it was actually a true quote. And as soon as I showed it to them, they literally start laughing at what was said. It's just like have no idea why he would ever say that in public. I mean, so you have the people that make software on your hardware laughing at quotes like that. Like people just need to forget that even happened. He fumbled, just let it go.
I
But he
got you.
hasn't retracted. But see, but that's the problem. He hasn't retracted.
He won't.
He
That
didn't.
He
He
won't.
didn't
He'll
that
move
fumble.
on,
that's
man.
that's the problem.
Which one?
You know,
Which
if
one you
you
guys just said that PlayStation guys love numbers?
Newark.
I
No,
did.
that was you that said that. I'm glad you said that because you know what, you're absolutely right. They do love numbers. They love talking numbers and all that other kind of stuff.
Hmm.
Um, for some reason, my damn mic keep cutting itself down. It's pissing me off.
Yeah,
That's
man,
the
you
third
get,
time it did that.
dude. Your voice is low enough, and you're trying to really go low, man.
No,
But,
the mic, my computer just literally cut the volume down on it twice. That was the second time it did it by itself.
uh,
Um, so let me read you something that you're gonna it's just gonna trip you out real quick. Um, this is Sony's latest advertisement, BSU not talking about how they have improved Gran Turismo Sport for the PlayStation Pro. So we're gonna talk about how they talk about them numbers. Now this is how they confuse their fan base. I'm gonna read it word for word how Sony literally typed this up. It is the dumbest shit
Nice.
I've ever seen in my life. Okay, word for word. It says on November 2nd, Gran Turismo series, blah 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 blah, whatever this dude name is. Um, these are the improvements they made. So first he goes 4K 60 frames per second. That means not 4K as in 2160p, but he puts resolution 1800p checkerboarded with 60 frames per second. Okay, 4K is 2160p, not 1800p with checkerboards.
hmm.
Okay, then he goes HDR, data captured using bespoke camera development by PDI, brightness range 100 times higher than the current camera standard. Gran Turismo will support current HDR TVs as well as future TVs with brightnesses up to 10,000 units. I'm sorry, 10,000 nits. And then he put
Yeah.
parenthesis HDR10.str.2084. GT tone map enabling compatibility with standard SDR range HDR TVs. Again, more jarble. That means absolutely jack shit to the normal mind. Then he
Look,
goes
let's
wide
try. Let's try
color,
and break it down.
color space. Oh, he says color space increased by 64% from the normal sRGB 10 nm scale spectropic measurements. Then he goes full color range flow BT 2020 at all stages. I mean, he just keep throwing out numbers,
Mm.
and I'm like, it's amazing.
And
And the extra fanboy would read that, huh?
there's some pony out there that has memorized that letter for letter, number for number, and they're probably on Facebook right now. It's like, yo, Gran Turismo is going to be the best looking racing game of all time because, and they're going to go into all those numbers and stuff like that. Yo, Don, is there any
You need to
way?
get rid of them Jaggies first.
Yo,
Yeah,
Sorry,
Don,
what's
is
up?
there any way you could break
I'm gonna
any
send
of that
everybody a
down?
link to this.
Is
I mean, I understood about 2/3 of what was said there,
is
but
there
it's
anything
like
special?
no. Here's the thing: it's like you take everything out of context. It sounds super impressive. It's not that those numbers don't mean anything. It's just like, why are you wasting your time with it? Like at the end of the day, like
Hmm.
you know, a developer's job, and I this is kind of my drum, right? That I always beat is that it's their job to for a graphics guy, he's there to basically take his assets and reduce it and optimize it as much as possible, right? It's
Yeah.
about lowering the polygon count to the lowest possible number without affecting overall image quality. It's about optimizing the texture, so doesn't take up as much bandwidth on in the engine and all these different types of things. So you know I can say a bunch of numbers too, but at the end of the day, what is the end result? What are you seeing in front of the screen, in front of your face?
Mhm.
Is ultimately at the end of the day what matters on all this stuff. I mean, it's kind of like what we're talking about the PS4 Pro. People are seeing this new hardware and they're not seeing a difference. So you
Yeah.
can throw all the numbers you want at somebody, but if the consumer is not seeing the difference, none of this like matters. And this goes for Scorpio as well. Like you have to make a difference, otherwise
Yeah.
people don't really care. I mean, I don't know. That's just kind of my rant and rate, but like literally, pixel fill rates and what's the brightest nit. Well, cool. You made a really, really bright spot on the screen. Is does that bring something to the game? And if it does, then great. Show us a demonstration of that.
Yeah.
Don't show me how bright you can make a certain part of the panel, or brag about that. It has the, I don't know. This is one of the things that gets me really worked up all the time is graphics, and
Mhm.
I just really feel like you know I don't know. I'm a
He's
little
trying to be nice
flabbergasted.
Yeah.
right now. He's trying.
I think
Yeah,
I
it
was
just
more,
just frustrates me. Like
but
and I
I feel
understand.
you. But you know what? I was mad because after he wrote all that crap, he had a screenshot. And it didn't look any different than the screenshots from the game previous months prior. So it's like, okay, so you just named all this crap and you posted a screen image that looks exactly the same.
Well, yeah, and if you're basically capturing something that's they're trying to illustrate something that's because he's talking about a lot of HDR features,
Yeah, and you can't
and
capture that in a screenshot.
you can't really capture that unless it's like an HDR screenshot and then the other person's seeing it on an HDR screen and just like it doesn't translate across. So
Mm-hmm.
it could have been a really good screenshot, but some people may never know. This is what it is.
Trust us,
It's how
trust
you,
us. This is an awesome screenshot. I'm sorry you really can't see it, but man, this is mwah, it's so good.
well,
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons
But
why I'm so excited for people to get HDR televisions, start seeing what this stuff really can do. Because
mhm.
seeing is believing. You got to be able to see it on the proper display to see what this stuff is all about.
Mm.
And I think when more and more people kind of catch on to it, more and more people are going to push the developers to take advantage of the tech.
Well, yo,
Um,
Crap Gamer, yo, big shout out to Crap Gamer. First of all, yo, BShadows said a couple things, back earlier in the podcast that just solidified everything that like Crap Gamer was saying about when he was talking about like the systems, the Pro and stuff like that was in factories and stuff. Crap Gamer was out there telling people this thing is already in production, and of course there was a lot of fanboys out there. It's bullshit and stuff like that. Yo, Crap Gamer, he is on his shit. He gets a lot of like kind of like insider stuff. So big shout out to him. But he even said when it came to Forza Horizon 3, he was like, yo, being in the forest and all the different shades of green that's coming off the trees and the ground and stuff like that, and the beach, with the HDR feature, you can really see a difference there.
well, and it's funny because that's at its infancy. Like that's just at the beginning of what this these HDR features are going to bring to us as gamers. So like,
People are going to be upset though come next year.
why
Why?
is
It's
that?
because it's a new spec coming out. I think it was called HDR 10 Plus,
Hmm.
and it's
Yeah,
supposed to
your
not be
current console can do it.
Yeah, it's supposed to not be backwards compatible with the already HDR 10 because it's supposed to be a new HDMI spec supposed to be announced at Consumer Electronics Show in January. So, but
Which one? The
that's just
Um,
rumors for
I,
now.
HDR
I, I, would,
2.2?
I would double check that one because the one of the big
I'm
things
gonna
when they
put
were
the I'm gonna send you out the article.
yeah, because well, they're one of
It's
the
a
big
nice
things when
lengthy
they're pushing
article.
with HDR10, because Microsoft is actually kind of part of the standard and they helping increase that. So when they increase the nit levels on all that sort of stuff, um, basically your current Xbox One S is going to be able to scale with those newer capable televisions.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Yo, Foos, what? Yo, Foos, man. I don't know if you're sleeping or anything like that, man. Are you still with us, dude?
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right, man. What do you?
I'm sleeping over here.
I saw you in the chat and everything like that. Like I see you like
Oh
three
shit,
times
yeah.
right now on the screen. But
Well, never mind.
Well, I want to bring this to the next question before we wind down on the PS4 Pro. Basically, that is with what you're seeing, what people are doing with reviews, what you're seeing in terms of sales, because the mini Nintendo is selling off the shelves, and yes, Nintendo, they only sent out so much, but the PS4 Pro isn't selling. I can almost guarantee you it's not selling the way that Sony had expected it to. Do you do you see this thing having legs going into the future? Like, do you see this being a successful like move for Sony going ahead like a year, two, three down the line, dude?
All I can think about when I see what Sony's doing is Sega and all the hardware they were bringing out when they just kind of died off. And
Hmm.
I'm not saying I want to see that with Sony, but it's definitely a familiar feeling, if you know what I'm saying.
I got
I was
you.
gonna say the same thing.
So Newark and Fuski kind of agree on that. I definitely I see that kind of as well, because when you start, it's weird. You pump out all this hardware, but you don't pump out software on it. And in the gaming
Hmm.
industry, software is where you make your money. So
Yeah.
like I look at the situation with Sony this holiday season, and I just can't wrap my head around it. Oh snaps! When you heard everything, I know you heard a bunch of numbers and stuff as well. But when it comes to the PlayStation 4 Pro, games aren't performing as good on that as compared to the launch PS4. Do you see this being a success for Sony, like down the line, or kind of they'll look back at it and be like, "Damn, why the fuck did we do that?"
I mean, I wasn't listening to a damn thing you guys were saying. You lost
Nice.
me
So just take a.
somewhere over there.
You got a 50-50
But
shot of getting this right.
no, I know that I've been reading and hearing and things over the past few days, and it's definitely not good for him. It's definitely going to bite him in the ass if that's the case indeed. Um, if the PS4 is running better than the Pro, that's a really shitty move, and they're going to lose money on it, and they're going to lose customers and trust as well.
Well, just like BShadows said, like basically the Pro is nothing more than the launch PS4, but with a better graphics card or GPU in it. They still
Yeah.
have the same CPU, and you need advancements in both those chips to really do anything great when it comes to this hardware.
I think it's really sad that people are just swallowing up the bullshit and
Mm,
hopefully they kind of smarten up. But it's really hard when, they're so into their system and they put so much trust into it and they don't want to be wrong and things like that. I think that makes it really hard for people to kind of swallow it.
yeah, definitely, definitely. Yo, Shadows, what do you think about the future of the Pro? Do you think this is going to be a success on Sony's side, or do you think, like I said, they're going to look back at it and like, oh shit, try to like kind of walk away like, damn, what the fuck did we do? Shadows, Shadows.
He's on mute.
Uh oh.
He's sleeping.
All
Nap
right.
time.
No, no.
All right, yo, Newark. Newark, what do you think about the future with the Pro, man? Good idea, bad idea? What's going on, dude?
It's a good idea.
Good
I
idea?
think everything can be ironed. Yeah, I think everything can be ironed out. It's a good
Okay,
idea
I had to step
for
away.
them, you know.
I got you, man. Yo, that's cool. That like one of the great reasons why we have the people that we have in this podcast is difference of opinions and stuff like that. So it's good to see that you're looking at the glass is half full. Hopefully, the software that they were talking about at E3 with 2018 and beyond and all that good stuff. Hopefully, it comes to fruition, man. Because Sony, they have been
No,
known.
hold on, you don't get it.
What?
It's a good idea for the PlayStation fanboys, so they can see what we went through for the last 3 years when they're the underdog.
Oh,
These new consoles that's coming out. Like we was the 720p and the 900p consoles, and if you double that, 720 and 720 is 1440, 900 and 900 is 1800. You get where I'm coming from,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So we would be
I
the
see where you're going.
2160p is the equivalent to the 1080p now. and it will be the 720p and the 900p console.
Dude, this is a straight Newark moment right now, dude. You just like you came out left. You don't get what I'm saying here. This is good for the fanboys, yo. Good shit, man.
I seen somebody said it earlier. They talked the checkerboard thing. They playing checkers. Microsoft playing chess. They won a race, but
Yeah,
Microsoft
oh,
won't win the
dude,
marathon, man.
I saw that, yo. I was like, damn, that was slick in terms of wording and
It was
stuff.
nice.
Dude, got
Somebody said they're playing checkers and Microsoft is playing chess.
no
I like
doubt.
it.
Well, yeah, that's the one thing that I really that's not being addressed enough is that in the beginning, Sony, Microsoft got hit. You know what I'm saying? They got stunned, and so then everything just looked like the momentum was going with PlayStation. The momentum was with PlayStation, but now after everything is settled down and Microsoft has got their footing and they got their coherent again, now it's looking like everything that Sony was trying to do was trying to present to everybody that old strategy of what the 360 was doing. It's failing because it's the same reason why people was upset about the 360 at the end of the generation. People were excited about what PlayStation was doing at the end of their generation.
Hmm.
And its flip side, people want games, man. People want games. If you're going to bring some hardware, damn it, you got to have the hardware. You got to have something to implement to get the crowd moving
Yeah,
and get people excited. And you know what? You ask for too much because if people bought the Pro, then they're going to have to get a 4K television to utilize its true power. If you bought the PlayStation VR, then not only you got to worry about eye herpes, you got to worry about, you know what I'm saying? Damn, I got to come up with another $400 just to get this Pro to make my PlayStation VR work well, and I got to get a 4K television to experience it in, for what it truly can do.
mhm.
That is way too much money. Sony did not plan this out. They did not think this out. They should have had a game to go with it instead of trying to throw these old ass games or remasters. I am tired of people talking about how great The Last of Us look. This will be the third damn time that The Last of Us is going to look great.
The remaster of the
Remaster.
Yeah, I think
remaster is now
That's what's
remastered
killing them.
again. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness,
Yeah,
yo,
I think
Like,
it's
hey, man,
too
I think
much.
PSVR
It's
is
too
dead,
much.
man.
it is dead, dude.
Yes.
like, hey,
VR
man,
is
answer
dead.
this question.
Mhm.
Answer this question. They've reboot. Okay, this is the Sony fan. Before we try to go, I don't know. Yeah, we got any more other topics other than PlayStation?
Call of Duty at some point in time, but we could give that
Okay,
like the time it needs
so
somewhere
I'll
else.
say this right here. We could probably talk about Call of Duty because we can go on PlayStation garbage all day long.
Yeah, dude.
But let's say it like this, and this is the truth. The messed up thing about Sony's releasing another system without any games is you're telling people that the system they've been bragging about 40 plus million sold wasn't good enough. They want you to buy it all over again. It's like, oh, we made a mistake 3 years ago. Let's try it one more time. They want you to buy another system, but they're not bringing you any titles to go with that system.
Preach.
So they spent 3 years making another console. You can only do so much with a console when you don't have software to play on it.
Hmm.
And it's like a slap in the face. Like, hey, we apologize. We gave you the screwed up system. Let me go ahead and give you the real one now. And just go back and play those games we've been bringing out for the last 3 years and play them one more time so you can experience it the correct way the second time. And while you're doing that, we'll try to bring you something out in 2017 or 2018. It's like an if and or, but you're not really promising them you're going to bring out something now.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt.
You
And
know,
see,
and that's
and when the Scorpio, when Project Scorpio comes out next year, I mean, you already have titles like, that are slotted within next year that don't have a definitive date on Xbox side, like the Sea of Thieves, the Crackdown. So you're gonna have like software coming out around the time of the new hardware to promote the hardware. It makes
Right.
sense. Like, oh my goodness, dude.
And also, don't forget about the backwards compat. How useful is that when when you have those dry spells, especially around the summer, from what is it, from June to the end of August?
Mhm.
You got those backwards compat games to fill in that void. And people might say, well, I don't want to play those old games. Look how valuable EA Access is looking right now. And just think if the PlayStation Nation had EA access on their platform, they can say, oh look, we got Mass Effect 3 to play, and we got this to play, and we got that to play because we can do this and that. They don't have anything like that. PlayStation now is a robbery. That's all it is. It's a stick 'em up. It is. It's a stick 'em up, man. If they had any type of real true form of backwards compatibility, then their argument of saying we're eating good over here would be valid, but it's not. That's the problem. These guys don't really they got multiplats to feed off on. I'm looking at them when they're in Bang Bang and other places, and they're bragging about, and they've had time to beat. Oh, you can't beat these games. You supposed to be a gamer. What do they say? What's their little saying now? Less podcasting, more gaming. Well, you know what? I'm eating so damn good. I can do, you know what I'm saying? I can't beat them all right now. I got too many goddamn games to beat. You got plenty of time. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's the point. That's the difference. And if Sony is smart, they only got a 5-month stretch before that Switch come. I know a lot of people might say that the Switch is this and that. Japan is itching for this new Nintendo platform. I'm itching for it. A lot of other people is too. And when that comes out, trust me.
You're right on the Japan thing, though. I'll give you that. Like the whole.
Do we have proof that Japan is like knocking down the door for this shit?
Well,
look at Nintendo.
That's the only thing Japan buys. They don't buy home consoles anymore. They do mobile, and that is. I mean, their way of life is different than ours. So just call it what it is. And their culture, their gaming has gone completely mobile. Except for maybe some real-time strategies on the PC. It really has gone completely mobile for the most part. So, that's where, Sony's going to actually have a hard time in their home country is because Nintendo is bringing the most powerful portable on the market at the end of the day. And I think that's going to pull a lot of people away from playing their PlayStation or buying games on their PlayStation, and they're probably going to end up playing on Nintendo. So, I think that's where they really will do well. Everywhere else, I don't think the tablet's going to do very well.
Well, okay, but this is the point I'm saying. Regardless, the Pro is already going to be 5-6 months old. We see how games get treated after 2-3 months. A game console that has not give anything to their fan base in 5 months, except for maybe 1 or 2 games at that point, is going to be considered. It's old news. The Switch is going to be that new fire, and then by that time, the momentum is going to go straight to E3, and then everybody's going to be wondering what the Scorpio's going to do. So then, PlayStation only got a 5-month window to get this shit right, or they are done.
I know the development
Xbox is the Cubbies. And PlayStation is the Indians. I'm telling you right now.
But I do know that the development community is kind of frustrated with the final development kit of the PS4 Pro. And that could be why we're seeing a lot of the results that we're seeing right now. So I think they really just need to work on their tool set.
Damn, that is also a mirror from the beginning of the generation, just flip-flop, because there was a lot of developers talking about the dev kits for the Xbox One beginning of this generation as well.
Well, they did a bunch of weird things to the GPU that made it a little bit more complicated, and you start having to do things very in particular to that hardware platform.
Dude, when you said that, you could continue, but when you said they did weird things to the GPU, how come I pictured like Cerny doing some really nasty stuff?
Don't go there. Don't go there.
Scary Movie 2 with the funny hand.
Your mind's still in the gutter.
Hi, germs.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Dom. My bad, dude.
But no. I mean, that's what the word is on the street. So like, they had the early development kit. What I saw around the time Crap was talking about the documents that he had. And I saw that piece of hardware, and then closer to the launch, the final development kits hit. All the current development studios and stuff like that. And the rumors that I was hearing is like, we're not 100% stoked on what was there. And I'm like, well, does it have the same power? Yeah, but it's just a little bit more complicated than we originally thought it was going to be. And so I guess there's some issues, and they're trying to sort through all that sort of stuff, and it's basically they took a 480 AMD card and made it a little more complicated. That's what they did.
Wow.
That's what the word is. So we'll see what it is. It doesn't have true like dual GPUs and all that other weird stuff that people are talking about. It's one GPU that has a certain part of it segregated to the original PS4 spec.
Okay.
And then basically, and then when you enable what they used to call the Neo mode, right? Then they start opening up more of the GPU to it, but then that's when people start having a little bit more trouble trying to make it all work. So, I mean, it's the tools. They need to really fix the tools. I mean, that's really the issue. They need to, they really need to get, ask the developer, what do you want out of our tools to make this hardware work better? Instead of really kind of saying, you know what, you guys need to render at this resolution, or you guys need to do this. Even, get out of the kitchen and just provide them with the tools they need to make their games as best as they can on your platform.
So you're trying to say that Sony needs to do what Xbox did when it came to the Project Scorpio, talk to the developers, see what they need, and how to make development like easier for that hardware and that platform, right?
Well, it's the same as the original launch as the Xbox One. I mean, there was a lot of complaints then too, right? So, Xbox had to get their act together and they had to get their tools better on all those sort of things. I mean, developers complained about ESRAM. They don't complain about it anymore.
No, they don't. You
right?
Don't even hear about it anymore, man.
No, because the tools are really good and they're actually starting to be able to learn what they can do with it, and it's a lot more mature. And so that's what you're seeing right now. I think how Sony approach multiple pieces of hardware running like the same code. I mean, they're not used to this. I mean, Microsoft has been doing it for ever since the original Windows, right? Or even before then, right? So like, they're playing catch up on the multiple hardware front as far as that goes.
I got you, man. Well, as you know, it's kind of weird seeing the Pro. Like, a lot of people were talking, saying that it was going to fly off shelves and stuff like that. It doesn't seem to be the case. There's a lot of like iffiness around it. Even people that are usually so pro Sony on things, they did reviews on this console, and they were kind of like I said before, quote unquote, meh. So we'll see what happens when it comes to the Pro. But let's talk about.
I'm just saying, I thought we weren't talking about PlayStation anymore, per the Takeover guest request.
Thank you.
No problem. Let's get into Call of Duty, because it's pretty much one of the big game releases and stuff like that.
You don't applaud Call of Duty?
Hey, I just wanted to press the buttons, okay?
Oh, no.
No, I just laughed.
Here we go.
You let her loose.
Out of everybody in the panel, who picked up Call of Duty Infinite Warfare? Anybody? Shadows, you got it, right? Because you said you were playing it.
I got both versions. I mean, the Ultimate Pack with the Modern Warfare Remastered.
All right, so you kind of hit off on it, in the beginning of the show a little bit. But what do you think about this Call of Duty? Is this a must buy for like Call of Duty fans out there, man? What do you think?
Yeah, for the single player part of it, and for the Modern Warfare Remastered, which was done great. I mean, they completely redid that game, which is kind of shocking how well they did it. But the Infinite Warfare, I think all the previous trailers that came out for were very misleading, because if you've seen the previous trailer with them floating all in space and doing dumb stuff, it kind of made you feel like the game was just some kind of, fighting aliens and stuff, because all you see is ships and stuff falling from the sky and stuff going up. And you say, Call of Duty fighting aliens, that's the first thing you think of. But when you actually play the actual game, it's nothing like that at all. And typical Call of Duty, they have crazy and amazing stories and ridiculous production quality explosions and action. So it's just as good as every other one that's been. I mean, to me, it looks more like a sequel to Advanced Warfare than anything.
See, and
That's what it looks like.
when it came to Advanced Warfare, that was one of the few Call of Duties I went into the campaign on, and I actually really
Hmm.
I like the campaign for I just call it AW. So we have IW, then we have AW, Advanced Warfare.
AW.
I like the campaign. Kevin Spacey kind of knocked it out the park in terms of his voice acting and stuff like that. I really got into that one in terms of the campaign. So you're basically saying it's pretty much on par with that campaign.
Yeah, it feels like more of a sequel of that, just deeper into the future using that technology.
Nice, nice.
So
Now,
it's crazy because you can still run along the wall. You still got the jump pack suits. You got the special weapons, just like in infant and I'm sorry, Advanced Warfare AW. But one of the things I gotta give them credit for as far as pushing the envelope, and a lot of people who haven't played the game yet, this right here will make you want to play it enough. During the campaign, you start out with some crappy weapons. I'm not gonna joke. You got some crappy weapons, but as you start killing the actual enemy, you can pick up the guns that they're using, guns that your team doesn't have, and your home base or whatever would 3D print you them same weapons.
what?
The moment your hand touches them, you'll see a big old thing start scanning the gun before it touches your hand, and it just sends it to the 3D printer, and they start making them for you at your base, so you can match up to their weapons.
That's cool. That's definitely cool. It seems like 3D printers are really coming into gaming now. You got Watch Dogs 2, you have Call of Duty Infinite, and yeah, that's a cool feature. I don't know, dude. Do
Mm,
you, like one of the things I've been talking about with Call of Duty is the fact that they haven't really built a new engine in a long time. Do you think that this Call of Duty kind of screams, guys, please build a new engine for the new Call of Duty? This engine's tired.
I feel like if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Really, dude? Oh man, somebody's got some.
Honestly, if you
Go ahead.
the multiplayer, yeah, they ruined the multiplayer. I will say that night and day. The multiplayer is trash. They literally ruined that because they kept trying to change too much in it to make it feel like Titanfall and make it feel like other games that it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of ruined the multiplayer. And I feel like if they do that same thing to the single player, trying to make it feel like it's something else, it's not gonna feel like Call of Duty. Because if you ever go back to the very first one up to now, they have changed it to for the most part. They give it some things that are different.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I agree with you on one thing that they need to stop is in every campaign, your main character always takes a tumble some kind of way and somebody has to pick his ass up. I mean, that's just like a traditional Call of Duty thing. Your main character can't even pick his own step up off the damn ground.
That's like the
Like
chick in the horror
it's just
movie,
like
man. Yeah.
yeah. You remember what was it the Jason movie where he was brought back to life through somebody coughing him up or some shit. That girl
Oh.
was running in the woods and she jumps over every tree branch, every stump, everything you can. She gets to an open field of nothing but grass and she trips and falls.
She trips on a grass
I'm like,
blade.
what the hell? Trips on the grass and then they they blow Jason up. I'm like, come on, man.
Yo,
I
dude,
mean, it's just like that, but what's
that
up?
man, I didn't even like. I'm thinking back now, and that's absolutely true. Like every single one of them. But yo, let's go down
Yeah.
the line. Is there anybody excited for Call of Duty? Like you're gonna pick it up or anything like that? Fuskies? Anything? Hype? Anything?
Nah, I lost hype for Call of Duty after Ghost, but I'll pick it up when next year when the other one's coming
He
out.
said I lost
You know,
hype,
when
but
it's in
then
the
he said I'll
bargain
pick
bin.
it up. Damn
Yeah,
Activision, you got some type of magic going on over there. I think they got like a witch in a tower, like casting spells and shit.
I
So,
know, dude. I pick up every Call of Duty, and I say it every year they come out. I'm like, don't let me get this, but I get it. You know?
oh my
So I'm sure
goodness,
I'll eventually get it, but
I
I'm not
got you.
hyped for it. I mean, I got so much to play right now. It's I haven't even really been looking it up or thinking about it, honestly.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Yo, Newark, are you hyped for Call of Duty? Are you gonna pick up this game, dude?
I haven't been hyped for Call of Duty since Battlefield Bad Company 2 came out. I mean, I like the campaigns, the Black Ops 3. I think that's the only Call of Duty campaign I never finished.
Okay.
But eventually I have Call of Duty because that's like my son's favorite game. So I get him the Call of Duty. I play through the campaign, but he messes with the multiplayer.
Dude, you got a loophole like me. Then your son's gonna want it. So eventually, it's gonna be in the house, right? Be-
It'd be a bargain bin title by then.
yeah, no, I got you. See, I had a chance to play it because my 13-year-old son, he actually saved like the money that he got from his grandmother and everything like that. I will, before I get exposed by O Snaps here, like me and O Snaps did put like
Oh, so
12
ready.
$12 on it. You see what I did? I stole your thunder.
You
But
did.
but we put like a little over $12 on it. He was a little bit short or whatnot, but it was his game, and I had a chance to play it. And like I said, Advanced Warfare, the campaign had me, and I think O Snaps can tell you guys, I literally I played that until I beat the campaign, and
And
that's
he
what.
bitched about it too.
But I thought the campaign was good. It was the multiplayer. I'm not into those Twitch shooters that random headshots to get points, like and stuff like that. I like Halo. I like kind of like working my opponent down, taking down the shields and stuff like that. And, that's what I like. But this one, like even the campaign, and I know BShadows said he liked it or whatnot. The campaign didn't really do anything for me, and then just seeing little things graphically that they put kind of in your face. To me, it was just like, damn, man, can you guys just build a new engine now? Like maybe if you build a new engine, get something fresh in there, a crisper feel to it. Maybe I'll actually get into it, but I haven't yet. Yo, Mega, what do you think about Call of Duty, man? Are you gonna pick it up? Is there any type of hype in you for this game, dude?
Um, it wasn't at first, and then it became got to a point to where I was like, okay, I'm not getting Titanfall anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was hearing about how good the story was with COD, and then I heard that they had my man Jon Snow in the
Oh
campaign. I
goodness.
gotta support Game of Thrones, man, Jon Snow. And then I'm like, man, I've said in videos and everything else that I was not going to buy this COD because of the reason of them, putting both games together. But if you look at it from the outside looking in, it's a better value than what Titanfall 2 is. So I'm mixed. So I asked people in Twitter yesterday and in my videos, like what game, and I'm asking people here on the panel and in the comments, hit me up, let me know which game should I get, Titanfall 2 or COD, because I'm gonna get one of the other. I'm gonna get one of the other. So and
God.
then
COD's sexier.
No, man, really?
Man,
I'm
I
gonna
don't
get one
even
of the other.
I don't
Well, no,
even
I
know.
mean, let me know, Don. Which one? I know you probably gonna say call Titanfall 2.
Yeah, I am, but the main reason is because Call of Duty is really the same game almost every year. I mean,
Pretty much.
I'm trying to pick on it. It really is the same game. The drop off after the first of the year is pretty steep.
Oh, it's
And
drastic. Yeah, after the second
yeah,
DLC, it's dead.
so yeah, at the end of the day, if you're not going to pick up the game by before the end of either one of those games before the end of the year, you have
Mm-hmm.
to go based on the single player alone, and the other is just kind of icing on the cake if anyone is still playing it. And I'm gonna say, literally, Titanfall 2 is the best first-person campaign I played this generation, and I love Halo almost as much as Bot. That's how good that campaign is. It's really that good.
Hmm.
So okay, anybody
I,
else?
I, I don't, I don't,
What
I
you
don't think
think,
it's worth the
Shadow?
full $60 though. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think it's
Well,
worth.
it's that's the thing about it that got me excited because on Amazon it's only $35.
I'd
So
say it's worth that for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah.
Totally worth 30. But 60 now. I mean, I'm a big fan of buying it new so that everyone gets their cut, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but if it's $30 new and everyone gets their cut, that I think that's a fair price. And I don't get caught up in all the other issues that were surrounding its launch because it's one or two couple people that kind of ruined it for a whole entire team of people that really probably don't feel the same way as they do.
Okay.
And yes, there are people you shouldn't reward for bad behavior, but you also shouldn't punish like everybody else that may not be in the same mindset. So
Well, you know what?
I mean, it's your
Okay, that sounds
$30,
good.
man. You do what
Well,
you want with it, of
I
course,
know
right?
it's $35 compared to 79. You get more with COD. That's for
Well, you get more
sure.
maps with Titanfall 2.
Where you get you, but you
Yeah, and the
eventually you get
DLC
more
is
maps.
free.
The
So
But
DLC is free, so you gotta factor that in too.
but
You know.
okay, but see, this is where it comes down to it. Okay, because the story is cool and all of that, but I'm about the multiplayer.
mm,
So COD's multiplayer is going to be great until about March, April. Then, but right now, Titanfall 2, his multiplayer is stagnant
it's
as hell
barren.
right now.
It's barren.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah,
it's very,
I
very
don't see it really growing, to be honest. But here's the thing: is you can play any other Call of Duty multiplayer. All you have to do is pop in an older game, and there you
right.
go.
I
I
do
mean,
have
it's the
older ones.
same. I mean, I know I'm picking on Call of Duty, and that
but
is the subject,
but
but
you
You
that's
know,
kind of how
you
I
just
really
say
feel
forget
about
it,
Call of
forget
Duty.
both of them, and just go and just get something else. Because I'm getting Final Fantasy 15, so that's not even a factor. And I already got Bioshock the
you already
remastered,
got
so.
Battlefield. Come on, man. Like
Yeah. Battlefield is the best next to Halo. So in
yes.
Speaking
years.
of Battlefield, that's what it is for game night tonight. It's Battlefield.
Oh, it
Oh
is
well,
Oh, is it?
Battlefield.
I'm on it. I'm
Nice.
on it. I'm
Yeah,
on it.
she
Let's do it.
in the chat that was game night
Nice.
tonight.
All right,
And
cool.
everybody could jump in on that. Yeah, come on. Let's do that tonight.
All right, well, guys, I just got word. I believe BShadows had his brother or somebody come in, so it's about that time to wind down anyway.
Yeah,
And
but I didn't get to say my Call of Duty thing,
no,
but
no, you
thank
can't
you.
talk about Call
Oh
of Duty
yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
You
Go
play
ahead, go ahead.
Halo.
Now she got time. She got
No.
All right,
time.
all right.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
I gotta
Well,
be.
I
I
just
gotta be
want
a
to play the
gentleman about it.
zombies. That's it. That's all I got to say
That's
about it. I'm
zombies.
done.
Oh,
No, well, yeah, the
That's
zombie.
terrible.
are you
That's
having?
very terrible.
Hold on. Oh snaps! Have you played the zombies for the new one yet, or no?
No, I haven't gotten to.
You know we have. I'm staring at the disc right now that
Oh,
that Justin bought. So at any point in time, you could download that and try it out. Especially
It's whack.
weekends. He's not here.
yeah. No, Ty's actually going to be playing it.
Oh,
Wait a
okay.
minute.
But
Is it
I
worse than
will
Black
try it
Ops
at
3?
some point in time. And B Shadows, thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure.
Anytime.
You're welcome
I
anytime.
appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Trust me, I do. I don't know why
Not
this thing keeps turning me down. Hold on one second. This
Oh,
thing
and
turned me
by the
down
way,
again.
it was my gameplay that had Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr.
people are
with
asking.
One Piece.
Yo,
Make
yo,
sure,
that Donkey Kong Jr. I saw you dying quite a few times.
man, that shit is hard. Golly, man, I was, man,
Yo,
you
retro
didn't even
games are
want
the
to see.
hardest, man.
You didn't even have to see, man. That's why I didn't get to the next level because I died like 15 times before I
Dude,
got
that
done
that
with that.
Junior though, man, I used to be up
Yes.
until like 2 in the morning playing that shit because it was so hard, yo.
Oh man,
You gotta
it was
try
all
Rygar.
arcade, man. I put too many. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna have to bring Rygar because that was the game that got me into gaming. Was Rygar.
That game is tough.
That game is tough.
Yeah.
That game is really tough. But yeah, and then
But
like I
let me
said, that One Piece is
K
awesome.
Mega.
Man.
K Mega. Nobody cares.
Cold blooded.
No, I'm gonna get him when I get offline. But
Wait,
no,
that was a joke. I thought you were
yeah,
serious.
I'm just that's messed up.
Wow.
Nah, I always mess with him like that all the
Nah,
time.
yeah, yeah. For people who don't know,
But
like
no,
I know it, yo, dude. You had me like laughing until I started choking, man. I had to mute myself. Shit. Uh,
nah, he know I don't mean nothing by it. But no, be honest with you, I do got to get out of here. My brother just got here. He drove all the way from another side of Dallas to get me. So
yeah, no doubt,
Oh
dude.
man.
If you want,
I
yo,
want to
just do your
say
plugs real
Xbox.
quick. You know what I'm saying? Let people know where to find you, and then just yeah, dub out, man. Because I was getting to that point right then anyway.
Okay. You can find me on Twitter at Behind Shadows. You can get me on YouTube at BShadows Gaming Rebirth. Had to add that on to the end.
Yeah.
And then you can also find me on Instagram at BShadows Behind Shadows, so you can actually see my setups and stuff like that. I want to say thank you to Xbox 448, Old Snap, Newark, The Dunn, Fuski, and of course my boy K Mega 405 from the 405. Talking to the intelligent gamers, all my friends and everybody else,
Nice.
also the chicken and everybody else, man. I want to say I appreciate y'all for having me on again. this is literally one of the, if not the best podcast out right now. And they're a success for a reason because they have such a great team right here that works together, that can talk to each other as a real family. And I
Hmm.
appreciate people like this, and I appreciate you guys. And thanks for having me on again.
Yo,
Man, thanks
thanks
for coming
Nice.
on for
Right.
sure,
thanks
man.
again,
Thanks,
Shadows,
man.
man. Like, yo, I could put all the graphics in the world. I don't think any of it would do you justice, man. I've been following you for I don't even know how long, man. You've done a bunch of great videos for the community, and it's cool to have you as a friend, dude. No doubt,
Thank you. Thank you.
no
I will
doubt,
talk
man.
to you guys on Facebook and XBL, and I got to get out of here. Thank you again.
All
Y'all
right,
have a
tell
good
your
night.
brother we said hi.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Later, bro.
All
All right,
right.
Shadows.
Eric,
Peace, bro.
everybody say what's
Bye.
up.
All right, man.
Later, Shadow.
Later.
Peace.
All right, yeah, and on that note, man, it's time to wind it down. You know, the Shop Podcast, they're about like probably like 6 minutes into it right now, so we're gonna go into the outros, and you know, we've been doing this for half a year, you know, so we're pretty much in tune with it now. So let's go down the list. Yo, Fooskis, dude,
What's up?
how can people get a hold of you? What have you been up to? You know the deal.
Well, with me right now, it's a busy time for me in this snow about to be here and everything. What I do, I have to get things ready. So
Hmm,
I haven't been doing a whole lot, but other than that, and you can check me out on the nextpodcast.com, get all my information. I'm on Twitter, YouTube, the podcast here, everything, Xbox. Hit me up.
nice, nice, dude. Don. Yo, dude, you have been an absolute kind of like almost like a celebrity on Xbox Live lately, man. What have you been up to? How can people get a hold of you? Dude, people come into my party and they talk about you. All right, so
How
let's
how does that go down? I
we
don't understand.
it's the ring, man. Like I think you put some type of there's either a spell or some type of chemical in there. I don't know,
I-
man, but
Is that the reason why I keep getting messages like randomly kiss the ring like on my Xbox Live account? No joke. I get about 2 or 3 of them a day
You got
now.
you got Cupid.
Wow,
You
I
got
wish I
Cupid
was
in your
that
ring. Everybody
special.
want to kiss your ring.
oh,
Yeah, it's a thing for
That's what it
sure.
is.
Yeah, so you can reach me the Don underscore KTR on Twitter. It's pretty much the same on Xbox Live. If you want to just send me a little message along the lines, kiss the ring, and I'll befriend you on Xbox, and we'll game out together. And then my YouTube channel, Happy Little Polygons. I'm finished with the first half of kind of a big project, and I'm gonna be finishing the second half, hopefully before this weekend's up. And it's basically reviewing the evolution of bump mapping to normal mapping and why games look as good as they do now. And so if you guys kind of want to see like how that sausage is made, like come check it out for sure.
dude, I'm actually interested in that. Yo, I man, you gotta tag me when that releases, man. I gotta go over there and check that out, dude.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. I mean, and thanks for all the well wishes, guys. I mean, like seriously, it's made a big difference. I mean, I've probably made more friends in the like literally in the industry since we started this podcast. And some people that like I would say probably could be friends for life going forward. So it's
Nice,
been
I hear
awesome.
that.
nice, dude. It's cool, man. Like the panel, you guys are all great, and dude, your personality shines, man. Just like everybody else, just like Fuski's Newark, that guy Mega something or other, I forget his name,
Uh,
and Os. But dude, like, yo, I absolutely, you guys are a part of my family. So yeah, yo,
Thank
oh snaps! What is going on with you besides that whole cookie peddling business? Where can people get a hold of you? You know the deal.
Well, you guys know you can find me on Twitter at Girls Can Game 22. Here on YouTube, obviously my name is in the chat. Oh snap suckers. You can catch me cookie peddling on the corner. Um, and yeah, just around on Xbox. Oh snap suckers. Also, kind of what Don was saying earlier. He's met some great people. like friends for life. I was saying gamers for life, friends for life, and I can totally understand that because there's some people that like we have met that have definitely become friends. More than acquaintances that I can actually say are friends. So it's pretty amazing. And I don't know. Oh, and the bring the Xbox Go cards to the Seattle Children's Hospital.
Hmm.
I just want to say, like, everybody, if you can, go donate. They've gone from like 6,000, and then there was a stream today. I forget what it's called, but they were doing a gaming stream. They donated 10,000. Um,
Wow.
they like that's what they earned from the gaming stream. So it's pretty incredible. Right now, it's up to $11,508. As we've been on the show, it's gone up. It was started at it was at 10,000 something, so it's
Yeah.
pretty incredible watching this grow. And we had some really awesome people win some $10 gift cards from the next podcast, but they were also donated from a couple people in the community. Mr. 100, he had donated some Xbox gift cards, and there was someone else who donated
Dark
some gift cards.
Artemis, right?
Not
Artemis, or
nope,
it's Drop
not
Dead
Dark
Artemis, or
Artemis.
something like that.
Wow. No, it was Drop Dead. Yes, you're right. It's
Ooh.
so confusing with all these names. They've donated some gift cards for this. So it's really great seeing the community come together. There are some people who don't want the gift cards. They would prefer it go to the children's hospital. That's pretty amazing.
Mm.
And yeah, thank you everyone for donating, and definitely sticking up for your community. It's a great thing. And if you guys get a chance, please go check out the Shop podcast. Oh,
Nice.
and Foxfire has taken over game time tonight. I don't know what that's about, but she said join her at 9:30 for Battlefield 1.
Oh yeah, I think was it She Wolf GKB? They have a family thing with their kids and stuff like that. So Foxfire is taking over. She is the commander in chief of game time tonight. So yo, that's gonna be crazy as well.
Oh, and
Um,
That's
I'm
such
not
a
done.
good thing to help each other out, though. Like
Yeah,
to make sure
definitely.
that goes on for the community.
yeah, definitely.
Listen, I want to shout out Brian Baker, aka Delirium Blades. He threw a $15 code into the chat earlier. Uh,
What?
so that was really cool. And then we also had Skin Eastwood throw in, I don't remember if it's a
EA
30-day
access.
EA access.
Mm.
I believe it was. So
Yep.
it's really nice seeing everybody come together. Like, thank you everyone for being so amazing.
No doubt. I tell people, like I was at GameStop the other day, and I tell people, like, I see people looking over at the Xbox and stuff like that. I try to tell people, you know what the best feature of the Xbox is? It is most definitely the community. Just being able to play with a bunch of people, have them in party chat, talking, developing friendships. And speaking of friends, where is my boy Jimmy Eat Rose? Like, I'd never see him on Xbox Live anymore. What is
He
going
was
on,
here.
dude?
He
No,
was
he
in the
was
chat.
here, but he's not on my game. Like, he's supposed to be going in with me on Halo and stuff like that. And it feels like forever since I played a game with him. So, dude, come on, man. Uh, don't
Oh,
let
and a
life.
shout out to Dark Optimus for hooking us up with Battlefield 1. We truly thank you.
Oh, hell yeah,
Appreciate it,
dude. That,
man.
like I said, one of the best gaming experiences this year. Like,
Dude, that was just awesome being in the party when that happened. Like, when you see stuff like that happen, like, it just shows that people just like care, and this is like an
That's a
activity that brings us all
beautiful thing.
together.
Mm.
That's a
yeah,
Hey,
beautiful
no
well,
doubt.
I still need Battlefield 1 if you need.
Yeah.
Yo, you heard the tone is what he's like.
Mooching.
I still need Battlefield One.
That's cute. He's like mooching.
Freaking awesome. Yo, Newark, man, what have you been up to? How can people get a hold of you? And yo, I hope people have realized, by now that when it comes to the apps and stuff coming to the Xbox One, information coming down, articles, stuff like that, you are the man to talk to. So let them know how they can get a hold of you. You know the deal.
First off, I want to say this has been like a great 6 months. I almost didn't make the cast. Um, you asked me twice, and I said yeah the second time, but I didn't want to because I was like insanely nervous of doing like YouTube and stuff like that. But it's been a great journey, man.
Yo,
Nice.
same here, Newark. I
Shout
was
out to
never
this
sit.
one person. I want to give a shout out to this one person who try to shows up every week and our image or whatever. Shout out to the person who won dislike the video every week. You very you very important, man. And
Shout out to my haters.
and you can get in touch with me on Twitter. Like I have a heavy presence there. To the time either debating or sharing some crazy stuff. Next Nation clubs on the Xbox, along with the Xbox News for Xbox Gamers Club and the Xbox News for Xbox Gamers Facebook group.
Nice, nice, dude. Yeah.
That's where you can find me.
Twitter handle is Newark NJ360, right?
Oh yeah, I did forget that also. Yeah, Nork NJ360.
That's what we're here for, man. I,
If
I
you
got
search
your
Nork,
back,
yeah,
dude.
if you search Nork NJ360 on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, like, that's where you can find me. Like like that's my handle for like everything.
Nice, man. You keep it simple like me, dude.
Yeah. Oh
Beautiful.
yeah, everyone enjoy the game night for those who going to be a part of it and enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Awesome. Awesome. Mega. What's going on, man?
Man, just a great time to be a gamer. I just love the Xbox community. Love the gaming community, even though there are people that oppose us or that dislikes our opinion. Regardless of us, the gaming community as a whole is bigger and better than ever. I could just go back to thinking about in the '90s when we were called nerds, and I was playing football and everything. I was playing football, baseball, basketball. I was playing all types of sports, but we were still called nerds, and we were looked at as a different group of people. And now looking at it as we have, so many lady gamers, which, is a beautiful thing. And just having so many people involved, just a melting pot of gamers. It's just a beautiful thing, man. It's awesome. But, check me out on Twitter at KMega4. Check out my YouTube channel, KMega405. Finna drop a video tonight or tomorrow. And man, don't forget to check out anybody from the crew from intromediagaming.com and from the next podcast.com. And then of course, I do my thing with BGST. Big shout out to the crew out there. And I know BShadows was just on, but I always give my shout out to BShadows and Rain. And then happy birthday to your old ass 100. You over there close to me. You catching up to me, bruh. You old some bitch. So just want to give you a shout out to that. And I just love the crew, man. Thank you guys for supporting me. And hey, man, we're gonna be doing it. And also, we got a crew. Come check out in our clubs on Xbox, which is the Next Nation. Go come on and join us there, and at Intro Media Gaming, go check us out there. Because when we get these arenas set, we're gonna be fighting, we're gonna be playing sports, and when I get these servers on Battlefield 1, we all gonna jump in because that's where I'm gonna be primarily at. So
And
we all
I'm
good.
gonna be hashtag winning. I'm just saying.
Not no Battlefield 1.
Yeah, you suck at that shit.
Oh.
Yeah, he's the
Playing
Uber
it,
driver of
I
that
suck.
game.
Oh.
Now,
Exposed.
Me and Xbox was doing good when the beta was out.
Yeah.
I hope
Yeah.
you still got those same skills.
We're gonna have
Shit,
to
Me
go
and
in and
we'll
Don was
see, man.
doing good.
Well, anyway, like I said, if all that crazy talk that all y'all fools is talking, send that shit to Hades. All I'm saying is, what I'm saying? We all gonna have a good ass time playing and just enjoying the
Uh-oh.
like with you, better than you guys. So even though we do these podcasts, so it's a
Everybody's
beautiful
equal,
thing.
man.
Exactly.
No doubt. And guys, I'm just I'm happy that we went through 6 months, man. It's the first 6 months of a really long run. Big shout out to the community. You guys, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be here right now. And to see everybody come out on a Saturday night, it's absolutely incredible, in my opinion. I cannot thank you guys enough. Like I said, the community is the best feature of the Xbox One, and I will say that like until the grave calls. You know what I'm saying? You guys give us the power, the strength, and the inspiration to reach and go farther and do more. And for that, guys, you will forever be a part of my family, and I believe the rest of the panel's family as well. So thank you guys so much. It is Saturday night. Shot Podcast is going on. I know PTK Blam likes to keep it short, so I'm going to let everybody else go here. Have a great Saturday night, guys. Have a great weekend, and keep it gaming. See you next Saturday on the next podcast.
Later,
Peace.
everyone.